Yo, it's your boy, Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. We got ourselves a good matchup today, the Steelers and the Bills. Both of these teams have a great shot to be able to make the AFC Championship game. How far will these teams go? We will have to wait and see, but I am excited to be able to see kind of the progression. I'm excited to see how far these teams can go, even though the Chiefs only won by a little bit today. And we saw Patrick Mahomes with a lot of interceptions, 2 going into the game, and then having 3 today against Miami. I am still excited what we're going to be able to see as we move forward. This is going to be a hell of a game. We got the Ravens and the Browns on Monday night, but as far as Sunday night matchups are concerned, this should be one of the best matchups that we have on Sunday night. Both of these teams could end up in the AFC Championship game if something happens with the Kansas City Chiefs or the Tennessee Titans. So I'm excited to see if Pittsburgh can win without Bud Dupree. I'm excited to see if the Buffalo Bills, if Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and that defense, Tre'Davious White, can make it happen. But we're over 20K, so things are good. 20,000 subscribers, 100,000 hours dedicated to the channel, 1,000 videos in the library. I am excited to be able to see where this game goes. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. A lot of upsets, a lot of crazy matchups that we've seen, obviously, just get over with within the last, about 30 minutes or so, unless you had a morning game. But I appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Odin's Child, bang! Chiefs Kingdom, racking it up. Don't be too worried when Mahomes throwing 3 picks, all right? It's one of those things, when you got Patrick Mahomes, you're not going to be able to play, right, top-notch football clean throughout a full 60-minute game throughout the whole season. Of course, there's going to be games where you don't play perfect. All right, but the bottom line is you win the goddamn game, and that's big facts. So I'm not worried about the Kansas City Chiefs. I still think that they're going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to go back-to-back. But I am interested to be able to see what we get with the Steelers and the Bills tonight. Let me acknowledge people that are in the room right now. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We're going to have more and more people trickle in. And again, this game starts about 5:20 Pacific time. What to do? The Northwest Sports Fanatics, the best on fucking YouTube. Let's go. HTTR, let's go. Great defensive performance against the Niners. Absolutely. Washington football team should win the NFC East, and they would be more dangerous than the Giants going into the playoff picture. That's absolutely true. Roger in the building says, who is your map vote? I would assume that means MVP vote. Definitely. It was going to be between Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, everyone loves to overreact after one loss or one win in this league. The Saints lost. Now everyone's saying Taysom Hill's a bum, right, which is not true. Yeah, and you get other teams that win, and everyone loves to over-exaggerate. Let's just pump the brakes just a little bit, all right? It's a week-to-week league, all right? MVP going into the game, Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. If you're going to base off 3 picks off Mahomes, then you're going to go Aaron Rodgers. You're going to be just like a typical troll, the typical follower that you see on ESPN or NFL Network. They tell you something, you believe it. Ignore that. Make your own opinions. Come to the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and we can break it down, all right? It's a week-to-week league. Everyone loves to fucking over-exaggerate over any big win or any big loss, all right? The Saints are still going to be completely fine, all right? But people love to over-exaggerate. That is what it is. Chris says, let's go Josh Allen. Love Josh Allen. He's definitely taking his game to the next level. But if they win this game, it's not going to be because of Josh Allen. It's going to be because of the running game and the defense. I want to see what you'll be able to get out of those positions. Offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. I mean, on defense, Aaron Donald and TJ Watt, those are going to be the guys that are going to end up more than likely getting it. A great performance by Hassan Reddick today. 5 fucking sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. He had 5 going into the game. Tore up Daniel Jones as he was injured, if any of you guys caught that matchup. So he's already at 10 when he was sitting at 5 today. And we always thought that he was going to be a stud, coming out of the draft a couple years ago. Took him some time to get going. But definitely Aaron Donald and TJ Watt are leading that side of it. And then Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, it depends on where you're going to go. I mean, if you're going MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, I mean, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry's the man, obviously running all over everyone. So, I mean, it's going to go down to a couple different people. 6 Inc. in the building. What to do? Odin's Child, bang, $5. Appreciate that. DJ in the building. My man with the big energy. Love your work, mate. I love you, brother. Appreciate you. My guy. So what about that boy Chase Young? Man, he's special. He's special. We already said that he was special, right, at the Ohio State University. This guy can get sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. He can get interceptions. He can run back fumbles for touchdowns. He is amazing. And if you look at that front 4, I mean, the linebacking core needs improvement. Secondary needs improvement. But as far as a front 4 is concerned, the Washington football team, you can argue, player for player, has got the best front 4 in football. And usually, in most weeks, they're going to be able to produce on a high level. I love their front 4. Player for player, you look at it, and it's almost like a joy to watch and a joy to see. And that's big facts. And like I said, if you got defense and you can run the football, yeah, we know Antonio Gibson was out, and he's definitely one of the more underrated running backs this season with McKissick, right, and Peyton Barber. Not the same kind of running back, but it gives you enough. Even with Alex Smith going out of the game and then bringing in Haskins, it got a little shaky there towards the end where you could have lost the game, but you found a way to get it done. Ryan Schrick in the building. Chiefs Kingdom. He says, ha, 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 ha. The Saints, ha, 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 ha. All right, but let's go on the flip side, Ryan Schreck. What about your Florida Gators? Ha, 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 ha. How the fuck you lose to LSU? So before you start pointing the finger and talking shit about other people's teams, why don't you look in the mirror and look at your team that you always brag about, the team that you say is so fucking good, all right? What happened to them? Inexcusable loss for the Saints, inexcusable loss for University of Florida, but a typical person going against one team and having to point the finger at the others, because realistically, it'll probably still be the Saints and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But before you ha 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 ha, look at your Florida Gators. That might have been a more of a devastating loss than the Saints losing to the Eagles. Mic drop, exactly. Odin Child, I'm not worried about that first 8 minutes. It was the Twilight Zone. I feel you. Nincompoop in the building, said my Chargers with the win, barely, against the Atlanta Falcons. That was something. That definitely could have went the other way if Matt Ryan could have got Koo into field goal range, but he didn't, and it is what it is. Mahomes played with a good defense. KC should not be worried in the slightest. Absolutely. Ryan Strick still in the building laughing. You should be laughing at your Florida Gators because that was a trash loss to the LSU Tigers, who have a horrible team this season in college football, and that's facts. Malik Mullins in the building. 6 Inc. Taysom is not our future. I disagree. Crystal Hayes in the building. Hi there. Ryan, hello, chat. What to do? Is Drew clear to play yet? If he wants to die, go ahead and put him in. He will not be ready. If you want to play with broken ribs and a punctured lung, go right ahead. It is what it is. Trey Holiday, I am pissed off right now, he says. Taysom doesn't read the field like an NFL QB. Yeah, how many fucking games does he have for experience? You guys love to overreact over one game or another on a big win or a big loss. Point the finger, right? Have some loyalty. Stick with it. You're not going to be able to win every single game. You guys were supposed to win all the games besides maybe the Chiefs, but you dropped a game to Jalen Hurts, right? And it's not all Taysom's fault. How about the defense? You're supposedly number one. Play some fucking better D. You play some better fucking defense, you win the goddamn game, all right? You don't play very good defense. You're supposedly number one defense. You don't play good, you lose the goddamn game. Yes, I get that Taysom Hill is fumbling, but if your defense was better, you would have won the game. Case closed. Over. That's what it is. Crystal Hayes in the building. What to do? Payne Shoegate in the building. Goose Mom. Official Nola, there we go. Hey, Nola, just like your loyalty to the Saints, you love to say some things about one thing when things are going good and then throw a guy under the bus when things aren't going bad. Typical what I see on a week-to-week basis, and that is big facts. Drew isn't cleared. You shouldn't put him in the game. That is what it is. Odin Child said, let's go Buffalo. Josh Allen in the building. Ruiz, LA Rams, home field up for grabs. A lot of things are up for grabs now. All right, NFC South crown, All right, even though the Saints are going to still win it, but it's going to get really close because, like I told you, after the Bucs got demolished, they're going to end up winning these last 4 games. And if we end up 11-5, we're still winning games. We're not going to get there, but for positioning and playoff matchups, it's going to be interesting on where it goes. But it shows you week to week, every football matchup, you never know where it's going to go. Sometimes people will overachieve, sometimes it won't. All right, it is what it is. But you got to play better defense. And I'll tell you what, with the Chiefs fans, even though you didn't play a great game, Miami, with Xavier Howard and a lot of their ballers out there, leading the league in interceptions, that team is pretty solid. But this matchup with the Chiefs and the Saints is going to be good. I'm excited to see what happens when they play. And that's big facts. Loyal Ram, hey, Ryan, say now the Rams are better than the Aints. Uh-oh, shots fired. Shots fired. He said Chiefs are only beatable with Drew. I disagree. You're not going to win that game regardless if it was Drew or with Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. The Chiefs are a better football team to me. So, like I said, you can still be the best team in the NFC or one of the best teams with the Rams, the Saints, and the Packers, okay? But when it comes down to it, when we get into crunch time and playoff time, the Chiefs are not losing, all right? You guys can cry about it all you want, you know what I mean? But when we get into the playoffs, you're going to be able to see what teams are the best. All right, and it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs at the end of the day holding up the Lombardi, regardless of what you guys want to think or not. That's just bottom line what it's going to be, and that's big facts. John Roberts in the building. Bills Mafia, what to do? I'm excited for this matchup. It should be great. It's going to be something real special. Nola, you're the biggest back and forth guy on planet Earth. You talk all this shit when the Saints are doing good, and then you got to throw your guy under the bus because you lose the game instead of actually throwing your defense under the bus, because if your defense would have played good, you would have won the game. It's not like Taysom Hill is throwing for 125 yards like Drew Brees was, back when he was playing. He's throwing for almost 300 yards in the game. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Yeah, he fumbles, okay? But you could still have won the game if the defense was better, all right? See, but you only see football from your point of view. You don't know football. Stick to rapping, my guy. I'm the pro in the NFL. You stick to rapping. Watch some more film. Watch some more tape. Inexperience is definitely in your favor, and that's facts. Loyal Ram in the building. What a do. AJ in the building. Said also Will Lutz would have made both the field goals. Saints would have won. That's another thing. But everyone loves to blame the quarterback when it's going good and then give quarterback all the love when it's obviously going their way. Overreaction. Everyone loves to overreact, but the bottom line is it doesn't matter, okay? When it all comes down to it, we're going to see how shit plays out. But stick with your guys. Have some fucking loyalty, all right? You know what I mean? He is the right guy. You're going to go farther. You put in Drew. You're going to lose, and you're going to see what's going to happen at that point. Stick with the guy that's going to give you the best option. It's the NFL. That's why it's the closest league in any given week, any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and that's big facts. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or a GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. This is going to be a fantastic game. Destroy the fucking like button. Your boy is going to bring the fire. I'm going to bring the energy, and I'm going to call it just right how it is, right down the middle. All right, the Saints lost the game. The Eagles with Jalen Hurts won. So what's going to happen? Everyone's going to overreact and send the Saints with Taysom Hill. He needs to get traded. They need to put him on the bench. You need to draft a quarterback next year. Have some faith with your guy. All right? And with Jalen Hurts, people are going to overreact saying, that's the future. This is the guy over Carson Wentz. He's the guy that's going to lead the team. Let's pump the brakes a little bit on both of those scenarios. All right? The Saints still more than likely will be a 1 or 2 seed. They're probably still going to go very, very deep into the playoff run. You can still win the NFC Championship game, all right? But you still got some competition now. Green Bay beat you head-to-head, so if they keep winning, you're going to be the number 2 seed, which isn't really suit in your favor. Then you got a team like the Rams. They have just as good of a defense. If the Saints slip up in just any kind of way, the Rams defense has shown that they can get to the quarterback, they can get pick sixes. So we'll have to really see now. You took 1 L to the Eagles. You're going to take another L to the Chiefs, so we will see. All right, there's a lot of leeway. There's going to be a minimal error. There's only going to be so much room to make these little slip-ups as we're going in to this back end of this NFL season. And that's big facts. But like I said, you can still have the Chiefs. Who are they going to play? Is it Pittsburgh? Is it Buffalo? Is it Tennessee? More than likely, one of those three teams is going to play the Kansas City Chiefs. And in the NFC, you still got the Saints. Stick with Taysom Hill. Give him support. All right, he fumbles a lot. I get it. The defense needs to play better. If you have the number one rated defense, you would have never lost that game if they would have played a great, clean game from beginning to end. There's no way that you get down 14-0, 17-0 in the first half if the defense is number one. But it shows you it's a week-to-week league. Sometimes you get punched in the mouth and you don't know how to punch back. And just because if Drew was there, you don't think that you would have that same similar score or you're just going to be up 2017. Let's be realistic. All right, he gives you the best shot to win right now with his health. Taysom Hill needs to improve on handing on to the football and hanging on to it and not fumbling, but he still gives you the best shot to win going into this deep run, and that's big facts. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Nola, stick to rapping, my guy. You obviously don't know football, all right? You're all Saints. You're right. You like to support, you like to hate, you like to be all talking shit about your team, and then like to turn your back on your guy when your guy's not doing good, all right? Stick to rapping, my guy. Stick to rapping. I'm the NFL guru. You stick to rapping, all right? Facts. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hold the fucking L. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. LNED says, hold that L. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And the thing is right there, why do you got to listen to everyone else in the comments? Because everyone else doesn't know shit, all right? They're just going to point out the obvious, all right? Missing field goals. That's another thing that not a lot of people are going to bring up unless you're someone like you were in the chat that brought it up. If the defense played better, you still would have won the game. Even if you would have fumbled once or twice, it doesn't matter. Everyone loves to point the finger. Everyone loves, and they see, look at this. See, this is a typical Saints fan like you are, Nola. You can't handle taking an L. You don't know how to do it. So all you got to do is you got to be able to take the L because you don't know how to do it, and then you got to start pointing fingers at situations that don't matter. I don't care if the Bucs won today against Minnesota. I already told you they were going to win. All right, I'm not a fickle fan like you. All right, I don't turn my back on my team like you. If my quarterback does good, my quarterback does bad, it's all good. I ride or die instead of just wanting to throw them under the bus and take them all the way out of Nolans and get someone else. We got to draft a QB, you said. We got to draft a QB. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need to draft a QB. Take your fucking L. It's 1 week. Move forward. Everything is fine. All right? Overreaction. All right? Because you don't know football, Nola. You know rapping. That's all you know. All right? All right? Just because you play Madden doesn't make you an NFL pro. All right? All right? Watch the film. Watch the film. Know your team. Yeah, and then what happens when Breeze comes back? Right? He takes one big hit, and then he's out for the year. What's that going to do? You think you're going to really win a Super Bowl with that team? With him leading it? He has one big hit away from fucking dying? It's not going to happen, my guy. You put him in, it's going to be a liability. And he might be able to play for a couple quarters or a game or two, but at some point, he's going to get blown the fuck up, and then that's going to be the end of the season. So, I mean, if you guys want to throw him out there to the Wolves when he's not 100% healthy, I mean, that's on the organization. See? Say, oh, Lenny, y'all not going to the playoffs. So, Ryan, oh, look at your Bucks took a win. See, typical young, just like your name, official young Nola, because you acting young, all right? Get some maturity, know how to handle the L, and move forward. Your team is fine. You took one L, all right? Stop pointing the finger. That's all you love to do. Point the finger at everyone else besides the Saints when they lose a game. That's facts. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I'm excited. Should be a good game. The goal on every video is to get to 100 and 100. So let's make sure we get to that good number. We're over 20,000 subscribers in the building. So you know your boy is grinding hard. I'm excited. I'm excited for the game. Man, oh man, I am excited. Bills, Steelers. So what do we think today in this matchup? We think the Bills are going to win this matchup, or do we think that the Steelers are going to be able to rebound without Bud Dupree? That's an interesting thing. If you got James the Terminator Kana there, right, that can help, kind of suffice the blow a little bit. You can at least handle a little bit of it there. But that Bud Dupree loss, that could be the beginning of the end of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are going to have to find a way. All right, here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. Young Nola thinks he knows football. Stick to rapping, my guy. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy, the best in the fucking business, your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And we got ourselves a fantastic matchup. I can't wait. Two of the best in the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't know football. You are a guy that just listens to what everyone else tells you on ESPN, NFL Network. You don't make your own opinions. You just listen to someone else and hop on the wagon, all right? Hop on the wagon, the bandwagon. Hop on it, all right? Make up your own opinions. Watch the film. What happened? What happened today? Exactly. Steelers, Bills, live, play-by-play, and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. This is going to be a good one. $39.99. Cop yourself a hoodie. I am ready to get it done. Let's go. Let's go. They're comfortable. They look good. They're black. They got white strings. They're new world order. Let's go. Let's go, baby. See, No Clan Jolly, he said, my team is so trash. Hey. It's a week-to-week season. It's a week-to-week season, my guy. Hey, but like I said, everyone can overreact, Loyal Ram. I mean, like I said, we're going to see the NOLA defense struggle next week, too, when they play the Chiefs and lose. You know what I mean? So, still a great football team. You know what I mean? Still a team that can go to the Super Bowl. Still a team that can go to the NFC Championship game. But the bottom line is, I mean, if you have a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to be able to compete with a team like that for 4 quarters going throughout the whole season. So, but it definitely opens up the door. It definitely opens up the door for these other teams like the Rams and the Packers. It's no guarantee, all right? The thing is, Noah, see, it's another thing that you don't know football. You don't know football. You think you know football, but you don't know football. All you know is your Saints, and that's all you know. You don't watch enough football and go deep diving into the stats and realize why we say the things that we say. They're not. Not by you. If you can't even beat the goddamn Eagles, how the fuck are you going to beat a team like that? The best team in football. All right? They might be beatable, but I want to see it. Let me see it. All right? They got everything that you don't have. All right? Especially with the speed on the defense. You got a couple guys like Quan Alexander you added for some speed, but you don't got Tyreek the Hill, the freak, you don't got the cheetah speed. Let's go. Mature, my guy. It's okay, Nola. You might mature in like 10 years and then maybe read up on some football and watch some film, all right? But you're too young. You're too immature, my guy. You only know Saints, and that's it. If you don't know Chiefs football and you don't know what they're building right now and how great they're going to be for a long period of time, I'm telling you, you'll find out, and that's big facts. All right, here we go, baby. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. Live, play-by-play, and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button, and here we go. All right, Bills with the kickoff. Let's go, baby. So what are we talking about there? See, that's another immature talk right there that you got. Brady washed up. That's exactly what an immature person like you would say. No one's talking about Tom Brady. No one's talking about the Buccaneers. But as soon as things start going wrong, hold the L, buddy. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know how to handle your L's. You'll have to talk all the shit when you guys win, right? But when you guys lose, you can't take the L. It's very clear. Other fans of the room and other fans of the NFL that are not Saints fans can clearly see it. See? Exactly. Have to talk shit about all the other teams but your own. And that might be the reason why you don't end up going to the Super Bowl and win. Facts. Facts. Hold the L. Hold it tight, because you're going to get another one fucking next week against the Chiefs. Facts. And that's just facts right there. Screen pass, Big Ben, and a drop. What happened to my hands? All right? Because I give the Saints all the love when I need to give them the love. But when you get some dumb shit stuff like that, bro, you're going to get called out on it, my guy. Mature. Mature. Mature, my guy. Vikings-Bucks game. I knew the Bucks were going to win. Like I said, if you went through the predictions video, I told you that they were going to end up winning the game, and they're going to end up probably winning the last 3 to finish 11-5. But that doesn't mean that the Buccaneers are going to do anything in the playoffs. If anything, they're going to get a first-round exit, especially if they play against a team like Washington or the Rams or any good quality football team. And that's facts, So you could still end up, making the playoffs, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl. I mean, you don't get no trophy for second place, and that's big facts. All right, we got 4 more likes to 20, 15 more dollars to 20. We're trying to get to 100 and 100. I hope everyone had a fantastic Sunday. We'll go over some of the wins and losses in the commercial break so we can go over some of the excuses that NOLA is going to be bringing up why they lost the game, and just watching all the other people on the internet say it's Taysom Hill's fault when essentially it wasn't all his fault why they lost the game. But that's just a typical response for someone like NOLA. Exactly. Only looking at the skinny view, just looking at the tunnel vision view of what people like to say. All right. And that's facts. All right, here we go, baby. See if the Steelers can actually start moving the football against this Bills defense. Good D right there. I see you, 3-9. Come on, Big Ben. You got to zip that football a little bit more. But we're getting into December, which is fun. We're getting closer and closer to the playoff picture, and that's an exciting time at this point. Yeah, what makes you the quarterback whisperer, NOLA? That Taysom Hill, what? Because he has one bad game, throws for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick, all right? What makes you the quarterback whisperer that you have such a big knowledge on what that's going to be for the future of the team, my guy? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's love to turn your back on your players. Typical. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Let's go. That's what you do, bro. You're the immature one, NOLA. That's what you say. Just because someone else says that he fumbles a lot, that he's trash, and then someone makes a post about it, and then you got to hop on the wagon. Make up your own opinion, my guy. All right? If your field goal kicker made the kicks and you played better D, you would have won. And then no one would be talking about that. All right? So just because he fumbles doesn't mean that he can be the future of the Saints? Just because he fumbles? Come on, man. I did hit 20K because your boy's good. Yeah. Now, don't be turning your back on him now. Oh, we got to go draft a QB now. This guy trash. He fumbles a lot. Come on, man. Stick to your story. Either you're going to go one way or the other. All right. Oh, baby. Yo, let's go. 2nd down and 10. Josh Allen, scrambling, gambling. There we go. This is going to be a good game. I would assume the Buffalo Bills are going to win this football game unless the Steelers get some really big defensive plays, pick 6, fumble for a touchdown, big special teams plays. The Bills need this dub. The Steelers are reeling a little bit, but I don't really know. Without Bud Dupree in the lineup, that might be too big of a loss, and that's big facts. All right, Josh Allen stepping back. Yeah, but the thing is, if you keep winning football games, it won't matter, all right? He said, wake up, church, turning on CBS and Fox, getting angry, watching NWSF Sunday Night Football. Gang, gang, gang. Let's go. Let's go, baby. See, what does that have to do with me, NOLA? Immaturity, all right? Grow up, my guy. Be mature. 10 years from now, you might be able to get to that point, all right? Stop pointing the finger at everyone else, all right? Making excuses, all right? Take the L, hold it tight, all right? Oh, it is, because you're crying about it inside. You are. Can't handle it. You lost to the Eagles, bro. And you're going to take another L probably next week against the Chiefs, all right? Josh Allen looking, going deep. Double coverage, incomplete. Bad throw. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills live, play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. Bills with the punt. Both teams kind of stuttering in their drives. We'll see now on this next possession if the Steelers can get it done. But I hope everyone had a great weekend and a great overall last 2 to 3 days. It's exciting. $39.99 Northwest Sports Fanatics hoodies available for purchase. Cop one, get one, grab one for the holidays. Makes a great gift. You look good, you feel good, you play good. The NWSF. $39.99. Cop one for your boy. So let's go over some of the scores that we can go over today. All right, let's go over the scores of the NFL. We had an amazing NFL weekend. All right. Orion, any Panthers predictions this offseason? You're going to definitely improve drastically. I don't think you guys are that far off to be able to compete with the Saints and the Buccaneers. You know, it's just about drafting well, making sure Run CMC is healthy. That's a big part of a big chunk of the losses. You don't have your best player out there. You know, you have no Riverboat Ron, no Cam Newton, Run CMC injured for the whole year, no Luke Kuechly. I mean, you can't expect them to be a fantastic football team with all of those things. Amber M, hi, I'm sad as fuck, but nice to see the chat, and of course you, Orion. I appreciate that. Love ya. I appreciate you. Amber M in the building. All right, here we go. Steelers and Bills were knotted at 0-0. Bears 36, Texans 7. Deshaun Watson, where the fuck are you? How the fuck are you going to let a guy like Mitchell Trubisky outplay you? All right? Outplay you. Incredible. I mean, who would have thought that Mitchell Trubisky would have one of the highest points, in the quarterback field for fantasy football this week? I didn't. Cowboys 30. Bengals 7. Let's not overreact to that. The Bengals are trash. The Cowboys are trash. But the Cowboys finally got a dub. Chiefs 33, Dolphins 27. I'm not worried about the Chiefs in one bit. You know what I mean? You're going to throw some interceptions, but the bottom line, Mahomes still throws for 300 or 400 yards a game. They find a way to win in the fourth quarter, which they did again. So I'm not worried about it. You're going to have close games. You're going to have games where you throw interceptions or fumble the football. But the thing is, with the consistency, the Chiefs aren't going to have these loss after loss after loss. They're too disciplined. They have better coaching than anyone else in the league right now. That's why they're going to go to the AFC Championship game, and they are going to win the Super Bowl again, regardless if you want to hear it or not. I already said it in preseason. I'm saying it throughout the whole year. You will see that they will win the Super Bowl again, all right? The prophecy has already been spoken, all right? And that's facts. Cardinals 26, Giants 7, Hassan Reddick, 5 sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. That was incredible to see. He had 5 sacks going into the game. Now he has 10. Buccaneers 26, Vikings 14. He had to minimize Dalvin Cook, Jefferson, and the rest of the receiving core. I knew we were going to win that game. And we're going to play the Falcons up. We'll beat them as well. We'll win the last 3 games of the regular season, finish 11-5. But I'm not too impressed with my Buccaneers at this point, even though we are a decent football team. Broncos 32, Panthers 27. No surprise there. I mean, like I said, both teams have a lot of injuries. They will get better, both of them, next season. Titans 31, Jags 10. No surprise. King Henry is a beast in December. If you have him in fantasy, depending on if you're in the playoffs or not, you can ride with him. Colts 44, Raiders 27. The Raiders took a big hit today, so they're not going to make the playoffs more than likely this season. The Colts are going to be one of those teams that's going to take a spot, but the Raiders are still building and getting forward to a point next year where they will be better. Nice pass by Big Ben. Seahawks 40, Jets 3, no surprise. Packers 31, Lions 24. A trap game, they found a way to win. Eagles 24, Saints 21. It happens, it happens. Jalen Hurts, first game, you end up getting a big lead at halftime. All right, you need to adjust, move on, move forward. But it's a good win for the Eagles, and based on how everything has happened for him in the season with Jalen Hurts, making the right decision with Jalen Hurts instead of Carson Wentz. And with the Saints, it's one loss, all right? It's one loss. You'll go and play the Chiefs. You'll lose again, but then you'll win the rest of the games of the regular season, and you're still one of the best teams in the NFC. You still have a great shot to win the NFC Championship game, all right? Take the L. hang on to it, move forward, and then you'll be able to get to where you need to get. Chargers 20, Falcons 17. Washington football team 23, Niners 15. We saw the Rams 24-3 against the Patriots. Impressive. And then we're going to go with the Browns and the Ravens on Monday night. You're not winning the fucking bowl. That kind of idiotic statement right there. You ain't winning no goddamn bowl. All right? Not happening, my guy. Not happening. Saints can still win the division, but you ain't winning the goddamn bowl. And you better pray you play better than you did this week and next week when you take the L against the Chiefs, because if you play like that, you ain't even going to get past the Packers or the Rams, and that's big facts. Facts. Shotgun set, Roethlisberger, little dump down, another drop. What happened to my hands? Deontay Johnson, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Your team's not good enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, my guy. But neither is probably the Rams or the Packers or anybody else. All right, well, when we get to the playoffs, yeah, you got good teams, all right, but then you got great teams. Yeah, if you got the best defense in the league, how the fuck did you lose to the Eagles? And you're going to drop one to the Chiefs next week. If the defense was so good, you wouldn't have lost, right? Exactly. Come on, man. You'll see. Your boy knows football. Stick to rapping, my guy. Stick to rapping. All right, 0-0. Both teams' drives are stalling within the first couple drives, but we finally will get to a point. Said, hell no, Ryan, Rams can beat the Chiefs. I don't know about that. Let's just worry about beating maybe the Saints or beating the Packers in the NFC Championship game. And then once you get there, then when we can see what might happen, all right? But it's a week-to-week game. It's a week-to-week league, all right? But the bottom line is, I know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of if you want to believe what I'm spitting out is the truth or not. I got no bias, all right? I call it how I see it, all right? I call it how I see it. But the Packers are still good enough with Aaron Rodgers. If he's out there, right, they still have a shot against any team in the league, period. With him and Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, you got a shot, right? You got a shot. See, there you go. Another idiotic statement by Nola. Chiefs have no defense. Bro, you don't watch any football, bro. You don't watch any football. You absolutely have no knowledge of anything besides the Saints. And even some of that knowledge that you put out there is questionable. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Hit the playbook. Hit the weight room. Watch some film. All right? The Chiefs do have a defense. Come on, man. Oh, man. Make me laugh. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking at the merch, Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And the thing is, the Chiefs, if you want to say they don't have a good defense, they do. I mean, you got a guy like Honey Badger. He is a game changer. If you got a guy like that in the secondary, you can argue he's the best safety in football, not named Jamal Adams. And if you look at his playing technique and his skill set and his knowledge, game in and game out, he's probably more valuable than Jamal Adams or any other safety that's playing in football right now. When it comes to the playoffs and when it comes to big games, you can already suspect that Honey Badger is going to make more plays, right, than any other safety, and that's why they are a favorite to go very, very far this season. You got Chris Jones, you got Frank Clark, you got Dirty Dan Sorensen, but it's about the coaching, all right, Eric Bieniemy. All right, the Saints don't have an OC that's as good as Eric Bieniemy. That's facts. So even though player for player, there's other defenses that might have better numbers in the run defense and the pass defense, when they need to make a play, they will make the play when it counts. And I can appreciate that. That's good coaching. That's facts. Corners are a little suspect, right? But obviously if you play with a lead, right, and then you end up having good coaching, you know, you'll find a way to get the games and get the dub at the end. And that's facts. All right, 0-0, first quarter. 2 more likes at 20, 15 more dollars to 20. We're trying to get to 100 and 100. We're over 20,000 subscribers, the best on fucking YouTube. Dropping dimes, dropping facts, cracking necks and cracking backs. Let's go. Screen pass. Singletary, he's a bum. I don't like him at all. You know, I think he needs to be able to, they need to find someone else. I mean, they got Zach Moss, right, from Utah. That might be a better spot for him in the lineup, but they need to get someone better. They need to get a stud running back to be able to take their game to the next level. I just am not satisfied with Singletary, and that's big facts. David in the building. Go Cowboys. We damn boys. What up, my man? I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I mean, we lost, to Oregon State. Then we lost to Cal. Then we got our game canceled against UW because of COVID. So we're not even, this year is a wash for the Oregon Ducks. We're going to have to wait till next year and rebound, hopefully get past all this COVID shit, and then go from there. So very sad, you know what I mean? But we had a lot of players opt out in the secondary. We had a lot of players get injured. So it is what it is. It's college football, and that's facts. All right, first down and 10. 9:45 left in the first quarter. 20,000 subscribers and growing. 100,000 hours dedicated to the channel. 1,000 videos plus in the library. And your boy is the hardest working YouTuber on planet Earth. And that's facts. All right, Buffalo, I see you. Pressure up the middle. Okay. TJ Watt, I see you. I see you. Let's go. But yeah, a lot of upsets, for college football. A lot of upsets in the NFL. But let's just take a step back. Everyone loves to overreact. It's like if you watch a Pat McAfee show, it's Overreaction Monday. Everyone's going to overreact to the Eagles winning with Jalen Hurts, and he's the future. He's the best player that they've, needed to have, and Carson Wentz needs to get out of there. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, it was a good decision to move on, right? Give the guy a shot. Oh, intercepted! Pittsburgh Steelers with the pick. And then obviously with the Saints loss, let's not overreact. All right, just take the L. You're going to go in next week, probably take the L again. But you're still a great football team. You still can end up winning the NFC. All right, overall, you still can go to the NFC Championship game. But the margin for error is getting slimmer and slimmer, especially when you got guys like Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and you got the Los Angeles Rams playing great football right now, as well as the Green Bay Packers, even though they don't have a defense. If you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers, him and Mahomes are the two best quarterbacks in football. So if you have those two guys under center, anything's possible. And the Chiefs got a better defense than the Packers do. So, and it's about coaching as well and play calling. But I'm excited to see where things go. Because I don't know if people really thought the Packers would make the NFC Championship game. And their defense was a little bit better last year than it is this year. But it wasn't fantastic by any means. But they got there because of Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams. See now, if Washington football team makes the playoffs, it's not if they're going to make the playoffs. They are going into the playoffs. They will win the NFC East. I think that they could go far. I think that they could win a playoff game, especially if they play a team like my Buccaneers. You know what I mean? I'm not, someone that's just going to sugarcoat anything. If you got a good defense, a good front four, and you can run the football, and if Alex Smith can stay healthy with Riverboat Ron, they definitely can beat teams like Seattle, like Tampa Bay. I'm not sure if the Cardinals are going to be able to get in. They're starting to really reel right now with Kyler Murray, the injury. They won today against the Giants, but I'm not sure if that team is really going to be a team that can really beat some of the upper echelon teams like the Saints, right, the Rams, or the Packers. So if the Washington football team plays Tampa Bay, right, Seattle, the Cardinals, plays one of those other teams, I could definitely see Washington making some noise. They're a good football team. Like I said, if you can stop the run and you can run the football and you got good coaching, you got a shot almost against anybody in this league, and that's big facts. And I watched that game today. They're exciting. They're fun to watch. Chase Young is a beast. I mean, all the guys on that front four, all first-rounders, they are fun to watch. This holiday season, local businesses are hey, it's all good, my guy. It's all good, Nola. You'll be holding that L like you're holding it tightly like your pillow. All right, that big L pillow that you're hanging on to. You'll be hanging on to it for another week. But then after that, we'll see what happens. So I'm not upset. Notre Dame #1, Odin's child. I'm excited to see where college football goes, too. We will see Alabama, Clemson. We'll see how all it shakes out for college football. Let's go. 9 more likes to 30, 15 more dollars to 20. We're trying to get to 100 and 100. See, when you say statements like that, Nola, that just makes your team look worse. Trash-ass Eagles. Why would you say that? Especially when you just lost to them. It makes you look like an idiot, bro, when you say shit like that. Why would you say something like that? That just makes your team look worse. If you're going to call out the other team that just beat your team, and your team's supposed to go to the Super Bowl and win, supposedly, right? Your team is so great, you're supposed to win the Super Bowl. You think the Chiefs are overrated, right? Come on, man. It doesn't matter. They beat you. They beat you with your #1 defense, all right? Come on. Think before you speak. Think before you type. Stop being a keyboard warrior. You ain't doing yourself any favors, my guy. Think before you type. Think before you type. Young Nola participates in class but does not follow directions. Steelers 0, Bills 0. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. There you go. The immaturity is coming out again. What's new? What's new, my guy? Yeah, Chase Young is not a bust. He's fantastic. One of the best football players I've seen in a long, long time. Handoff. Ooh, shake and bake. Nice tackle. Savage OD in the building. Who dat? You dat. Said Nola going to be mumble rapping about his ain'ts with a paper bag on his face. Uh-oh. That's what's going to happen. That's facts. But like I said, once you get past that Chiefs game, then it's all downhill from there. You'll be able to scoop up a lot of wins towards the end of the season. Yeah. See, it's just Nola, just the immaturity coming out, Gotti. You know what I mean? Yeah, we definitely don't suck. We definitely haven't hit our peak of what we could do. I mean, in all reality, if we could end up playing good, consistent football, we could beat anybody on any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. But we just don't have the consistency. We got the talent, but we just don't have the consistency, out there to make it happen, at least this season. We really needed a preseason. We really needed training camp for a team like my Buccaneers to put it all together, instead of just kind of trying to scramble a football team into one big, bag and trying to make it happen right away. But like I said, the talent is there, right? But the continuity and the chemistry is not. And that's why I call it right down the middle. Even though I know my team can go to the playoffs and we can be a 10-11, win football team, they're not a team that's a Super Bowl worthy team, unless they really can get shit together, in these last 3, 4, 5 weeks, which I don't really see happening. We're going to go 4-0 in December. We're winning all these games. We obviously beat the Vikings. We'll end up winning the last 3 games as well. So it is what it is. That's another immature, dumb statement by Nola. The Dolphins was keeping up. Yeah, have you watched the Dolphins this year? No, you haven't. All right, so you don't really know who the number 1 corner in the league is, who's leading the league in interceptions. You wouldn't know because you don't watch anybody besides the Saints, so that's okay. Name Xavier Howard as number 1 in the league in interceptions. There's a reason why that the Dolphins have a good football team. They might make the playoffs, they might not. So before you type, read and do some research, my guy. Do the research before you do the typing. Hey, I got to, man. If you're going to say dumbass statements, I got to call you out, man. If you're going to say dumbass statements, I'm going to call you out. And it's a week-to-week league. It's a week-to-week league. Steelers, Bills, live, play-by-play and reactions. But, bro, you're not on my level with NFL, bro. You know what I mean? Stick to rapping, my guy. You're not on my level, all right? You don't read 6 to 8 hours a day, all right? You don't watch the film on all 32 teams. Stay in your lane, all right? That's the slow lane for you. I'm in the fast lane, in the Lambo lane. You feel me? Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. You don't got more than me, my guy. Oh, shit. Let's go. Yeah, if Drew starts, Drew gonna die, bro. Why would you even want to? Why would you want that to happen? Gavin, I'm good. How are you, my guy? I am good. How are you? Yeah, but if you guys don't miss field goals and play better defense, you still would have won the game. All right? Taysom's going to fumble. He hasn't had that many starts. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to fumble. He's going to throw picks. He's not going to be perfect. It's not like this guy's been starting for the Saints for 3 years straight. All right? He's just been a guy that it's a filler. You're putting him in, and they're putting him in because he's better than Jameis Winston. You can't expect him to be fucking perfect. All right? Stop acting like you're looking for perfection. This is the NFL. You're not going to get perfection. All right? And Breeze, obviously showed that, with his arm and him getting a little bit older, he couldn't throw the football downfield. All right? I'm not saying he's got a noodle arm, right? But he got to a point where he was doing a lot of checkdowns. He wasn't really throwing the football down the field. So stop looking for perfection. All right? All right, Bills with the punt. Both teams' drives are stalling in the dirt, in the artificial turf. But we'll see if we can get some points here. It's a punt party today. Uh-oh, Jose says Saints are going to choke in the playoffs, like always. We'll see. If they put Drew Brees in, I can see that happening. You keep Taysom Hill in there, you have a better shot to be able to win the NFC Championship game or get there, in my opinion. But since Nola says I have no knowledge about football, then obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. So we will see. Steelers, Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. Jose, I told you that the Bucs were going to win. What happened? I thought you said the Vikings were going to win. I told you. I know my football team, bro. I know my good, my bad, and the ugly. I told you, you were not going to win that game, all right? You know, you guys started to get hot at the right time, but I told you weren't going to win that game. Hey, we still beat you, though, right? It's not like we won by 1 point, all right? We weren't great, but we beat you. We beat you, all right? Oh, let's go, baby. 7 more likes to 30, 15 more dollars to 20. I am excited to see where we go from here. Let's get some points on the board. 0-0 Steelers and Bills. Bears 36, Texans 7. That was interesting. I didn't really think the Texans would really lay an egg like that. Cowboys 30, Bengals 7. No surprise really there. The Chiefs 33, Dolphins 27. But let's also look at, the fact that, Mahomes, yes, he had 3 picks. He had 2 going into the game. But what did he end with? Almost 400 yards. All right, so if you throw for 393, 24 for 34, you're still going to win 90% of the games that you're in. You got guys like Tyreek the Freak Hill. You got Travis Kelce. So I still think, like I said, this is the team to beat. It's going to be very, very hard to beat a team like that. They are rolling. This is the future of our league. It's either you guys embrace it or you guys go against it, but that's what it is. Cardinals 26, Giants 7. Hassan Reddick 5 sack lunches to give him a total of 10 for the season. Fantastic game. Buccaneers 26, Vikings 14. So it is what it is right there, Jose. But you getting only 14 points, that ain't going to win the game for you. 1 TD with Kirk Cousins, that ain't going to get it done. Dalvin Cook, though, had a good game. 22 carries, 102 yards, and a TD. All right. But the bottom line is, even though my defense necessarily isn't great, maybe on the pass, but on the run, we're pretty good. Even though we gave up 102 to you, but we know how to shut teams down for the most part, just depending on how the flow of the game is going. Broncos 32, Panthers 27, Titans 31, Jags 10, Colts 44, Raiders 27, Seahawks 40, Jets 3, Packers 31, Lions 24 in a kind of a trap game for the Packers. Saints 21, Eagles 24, big win for them. Right? Not a big loss for the Saints, really. I mean, even if you go back-to-back losses, it's the NFL. All right? Have confidence in Taysom Hill. Have confidence in your team. You guys go to Drew. It's not going to work out. That's the bottom line. Chargers 20, Falcons 17. All right? Washington football team with a big win, 23-15, making a case that they're going to go to the playoffs. 24-3, Rams over the Patriots. And we got a big one tomorrow, Browns and Ravens. I need Nick Chubb to go off, so that way I can win my fantasy football matchup against Omer. He's first place in our fantasy football league. I need to have a big 20 to 30 point day in fantasy. I need Chubb to go off for like 2-3 TDs, 150 yards. If that happens, I can win. Roethlisberger. There we go. Chase Claypool. Preston in the building. Preston Colvin says in the chat, Preston Colvin is in the building. What to do? How are you, man? Futt Buckerson in the building. Why do NFLs talk shit like they're the ones playing? Hey, it happens all the time. What to do, Futt? Have you been watching Pat McAfee show? I've been in the chat. I've been in there watching Monday through Friday. I see you in there from time to time. Great show. I look forward to seeing you in there for Overreaction Monday. Your boy will be in there. It's going to be a fun show. I can't believe the Eagles beat the Saints. I can believe it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a trap game. Sometimes teams overlook another player. Obviously, on paper, it didn't look too good. But Jalen Hurts, right? I told you. What did I tell you guys? They were going to play with a whole new energy. They were going to play with a whole new confidence. You saw smiles on the sideline, better body language. You know what I'm saying? Everything was better for the Eagles in that game. Miles Sanders had a fantastic game, got a couple touchdowns. So, the thing is that when you make a choice like that and then you put in a player like that has positive energy, right? A positive vibe. Sometimes you can come up with wins that people think that you can't get. So I honestly was not shocked that they beat the Saints. Sometimes teams are due for a loss. Like when Pittsburgh played last week. right? And when the Washington football team beat them, I told you they were going to win. I predicted they were going to win, all right? Sometimes teams play too many games in a row. Sometimes teams are mentally drained. Sometimes teams are cocky, right? Right? We know teams that get cocky, right? Just like young Nola, cocky, right? Too cocky about the Saints, and they overlooked the Eagles with the brand new quarterback, thinking they were going to go in there and spank them by 20, right? And shit happened, Shit happens. It's the NFL. You can't take anyone for granted, especially in the NFL. It's one thing you can do it, right, in the college football or NBA or MLB, all right? And that's facts. Oh, Drip Bayless in the building. He said, man, oh, man, I'm going to have a field day with these Saints fans. Oh, my. Sixing says Jets are going 0-16. More than likely, they want to be able to get Trevor Lawrence, and that's big facts. Hey, the old boy's just trying to get fired. You know what I mean? You don't want to give up a chance on losing Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, see? And the thing is, Futt Buckerson, everyone wants to give Taysom Hill all the blame, because that's what an average person does when they look at sports. Give credit, to the quarterback on anything going good, and then blaming the quarterback. It's a team game. It's 11 on 11, all right? So it's the offensive line's fault. It's the kicker's fault. The defense fault, Big facts. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to go above and beyond. That's why I'm a defensive guy. I like linebackers and DNs and D tackles and corners and safeties and offensive line. Everyone wants to give the credit, right, to the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, and the tight ends. And in reality, it's going to be more about the O-line dictating the tempo, being able to run block, pass protect, and the defense. That's what wins football games. It's not all about this, the main stars on the football field, the positional players. It's not all about that. And that's big facts. All right, let's get some points up in here. Yeah, Saints don't want Greg Williams back. They don't want that. It's an any given Sunday. Absolutely. And especially in this league that we love, right? This league that we love in the NFL, right? I think a lot of people want the Bills to win. And I think the Bills will win this game more than likely. The Bud Dupree loss was huge. Right? If you don't have James Conner running for over 100 yards and scoring at least once or twice, the Steelers are not the same team. They still got good wide receivers, Deontay Johnson, Juju, Chase Claypool. They got Big Ben out there, Ebron, right? But the thing is, if you don't have a steady balance of running the football and throwing the football, teams can key on that, and the Steelers aren't as dynamic, right? And obviously losing Bud Dupree, who would have been the Pro Bowl or an All-Pro player this year, yeah, you got T.J. Watt, and Minka Fitzpatrick, and Cameron Hayward, but it's not Bud Dupree. And that's why I think the Steelers have a good shot on missing out in the AFC Championship game, let alone going to the Super Bowl. I really think that, you got the Titans, the Bills, and the Chiefs, all right? Those are the teams that might be able to take advantage of the Steelers, all right? Nola, no one knows more than me, my guy, all right? Who do you think the fans think in the room knows more about football? Me, who got 20K subs, or you? The SoundCloud rapper. The SoundCloud rapper has more knowledge than your boy with 20,000 subs? Come on, man. Stay in your lane. Stay in the slow lane, my guy. I'm in the fast lane. I'm in the Lambo lane. Stay in the slow lane, my guy. Stay in the slow lane. Stay in the slow lane, my guy. Steelers, Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or on GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. So, obviously with Jalen Hurts, as we go into the Saints game against, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 17 for 30, 167 yards, 1 TD. So what did he not do? He didn't throw picks. He didn't turn the football over, all right? Miles Sanders, 14 carries for 115 yards, 2 TDs. You hold Miles Sanders and you cut him down, they don't win the football game. And then obviously you have some missed kicks as well, which doesn't hurt with Big Nuts Will Lutz. So it's not just Taysom Hill fumbling the football. You got to look beyond that, all right? It's not just that simple reason. And also, too, you got to think, they came in there overconfident, all right? They came in there thinking that they were going to win this game clearly, that this was going to be an easy game, all right? That this was going to be something that, you would go in there. But when you go 0 for 2 with Big Nuts Will Lutz, who normally is a top 5 kicker, that's 6 points right there. You lost by 3. You know what I mean? So is it really Taysom Hill's fault, or is it the kicker's fault, right? Big Nuts Will Lutz. Is it the defense's fault, all right? You know, you got to stop being so nearsighted, all right? So shallow-minded, all right? You got to be able to look beyond that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hope everyone is having a good day. Steelers, Bills, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or on GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. $39.99 hoodies are available for purchase. Cop one. You look good. You feel good. You play good. New world order for life, brother. All right? They're comfortable. They look good. And you'll be supporting your boy. Trayvon G in the building. What to do? Saints losing to the Chiefs and Packers losing to the Titans. Easy clap. I'm excited, man, because now there's definitely room for the Packers and the Rams, even though the Packers don't have a D, right? But it's definitely in the favor of the Rams that they can finish strong. You know, there's not just going to be just a Saints, trampling all over all the other teams in the NFC. There is really going to be a battle in this playoff picture, right, going forward. The Chiefs will play the Steelers, the Bills, the Titans, and there might be a battle for 2 or 3 quarters. But when it comes down to it, the Chiefs by far are the best team in the AFC. They're winning it. But in the NFC, what's going to happen? Are the Saints going to overlook a team like the Rams or the Packers and get beat? Right? I'm not saying the Buccaneers can beat any of those 3 teams, or the Seattle Seahawks, or the Cardinals, or maybe the Washington football team. That might be the 4th best team, if you think about it. I like Washington football team more than my Buccaneers, or the Seattle Seahawks, or the Cardinals. Right? That's just the reality. You know what I mean? If you can play good defense and you can run the football, you definitely have a shot. You definitely have a shot, but I like the Rams' chances to really make some noise. Saints should be there, but if they slip up, Packers could take a spot. They already lost the head-to-head to the Packers this season, so we will see. We will see. But your boy calls it right down the middle. If my team is good, you'll know it. If my team is bad, you'll know it. If someone says some crazy shit in the chat, I got to call it out, all right? You know what I mean? It is what it is. This is the NFL, all right? But to act like Patrick Mahomes isn't the second coming of the best thing since sliced bread, and he's the best quarterback that might go down, in this generation, and acting like the Chiefs are not that good, let's be real. I mean, evaluate your decision-making. J.J. Trilla in the building. Cooper, 942 yards. Low-key going over for 1,000. 3rd straight year. 4 different QBs thrown at him. CD, 742. Looks like he'll pass Cobb's 800 out the slot. We damn boys in the building. What to do? I swear to God, if the Saints lose in the first round again, I'm going to punch a baby. Well, if you get people like Nola, right, just talking all that shit, right, that might be a part of it. The bad juju, all right, the bad cockiness, right, no humble, right, just all cocky, all talking shit all day, all night. Maybe that's a part of the reason why the Saints lose all these football games, that bad juju in the air, all right? How about being humble, all right, instead of just being overly cocky all the time, all right? Because if that baby's going to get punched, it's probably going to get punched, especially if you guys go back to Drew Brees, all right? Baby's going to be falling out of the cradle. Baby's going to be falling out of the baby crib. All right, Josh Allen going back, overthrown. There's a lot of teams that have humble fans. Saints aren't one of them, though. I'll tell you that. There's some good Saints fans and some horrible Saints fans. It doesn't matter if I've been to New Orleans. Stop being some kind of fake gangster, Nola, all right? You're a SoundCloud rapper. Stay in your lane, all right? You don't need to be hard or try to show off, all right? Yeah, we get it. People die in fucking the NO. We get it, all right? But that's nothing to be proud about. Like, yeah, let's come to my city so I can go there and die. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to come there. I don't want to die. No thanks, guy. I don't want to die, all right? Nothing to be proud of when people are dying or if it's a murder capital, all right? That's not something to be proud of. You know what I mean? That's not an inviting place to go to, all right? I don't want to die, all right? Steelers, Bills, live, play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 0-0. It's a punt party. We're about to end the first quarter, and the quarter is just about to end. Very surprising. I thought this game would end up going and getting at least some points, but I guess we're going to have to wait until the second quarter. to get some points on the board. Defenses are playing pretty good. Offenses are stalling in the mud just a little bit. But we'll see. That's why we love this NFL game. That's why we love this NFL game, baby. Anything can happen on any Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. He said my music on Apple Music. Oh, shit. Let's go. No, Nola, the reason that the people don't like the Saints fans or the Saints in general is because of the way that people talk about them, right? You know what I mean? You get normal Saints fans that will take the L, but then you get people like you that can't take the L, right? And that's why people don't like the Saints or the Saints fan base or anything to do with the Saints. When you get people that are just too full of themselves and the team, and they can't take the L, and they got to point the blame everywhere else besides the team itself. That's why people have the bad reputation, all right? There's great Saints fans out there, all right? There's great Saints fans out there. See? Right there, that type of attitude, that immaturity, right? That's that immaturity coming out. And you wonder why, right, people hate the Saints and hate the Saints fans, right, and hate their football team, right? Nola, it's you. All right? It's that your type of statements are why people don't like them and root for them to lose. Yeah, but you could be a little bit more humble about it, my guy. All right? That's what I'm saying. Ryan Jenkins in the building. So even though we lost today, we're going to win versus the Chiefs. Incorrect. That's not going to happen, but we'll see what happens as we move forward. Yeah, you're not going to beat the Chiefs. Not happening. Not happening. Yeah. And if you don't know what humble means, Nola, I got a dictionary I can mail to you. All right, I do have a dictionary I can mail you. I can highlight humble. I can do that. All right, I can underline it for you. Just like Kendrick Lamar. All right, the humble. All right, it's not lowering yourself for nobody. It's being mature. All right, being a man. Right. So you want to be immature for the rest of your life? Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Let's go, baby. So Mahomes threw 3 INTs and still won easy. Nobody beating the Chiefs. That's facts. Skip Bayless, bang! He said I'm the next mod in line. Might be true. It might be true. It might be true. Drip Bayless. It might be true. All right, here we go. Second quarter. Shotgun set. Allen. Oh! Almost intercepted. Skip Bayless is climbing up the ladder. 2 more likes to 30. 3 more dollars to 10. We're trying to get to 100 and 100. Your boy is spitting facts, breaking necks, cracking backs, taking checks. Your boy does it all. The Northwest Sports Fanatics. Josh Allen going back, almost getting slammed around. But the Steelers' defense is nowhere near without Bud Dupree. Let's go. 1 more like to 30. 1 more dollar to 10. We're trying to get to a hundo and a hundo. Let's go, baby. And I'm excited for this matchup for the rest of the game. I'm excited for the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. That's going to be special tomorrow. Who would have thought that this would be a fucking punt party? We have so many punts. What the fuck is going on here? The inability to run the football for the Buffalo Bills and the same thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The only way that these teams are going to go far, it's not just Big Ben and Josh Allen, right? You got to get more production than that. You got great wide receivers, but if your O-line plays like shit, all right, and you can't run the football, all right, Ryan Jenkins says the Bucs are going to see us again in the playoffs. Well, possibly. I mean, we might lose before we play you guys again. You know what I mean? We play a team like the Washington football team, they might lose right away. We play the Rams, we might lose right away, and that's facts. Panthers fan forever. What up, Ryan? I put Ronald Jones starting instead of David Montgomery today. Hey, it happens. I had Rojo in my starting lineup. You know, I mean, in fantasy football, it's tough. It's tough. Hopefully Bucs score more than 3 points versus the Saints. If we played the Saints again, I think there would be a good shot for them to put up, more than 3, but they probably wouldn't win. And that's just being real. You know what I mean? I mean, they're starting to put shit together, but like I said, when you play the elite teams, you can really tell who the best teams are. Oh, incomplete. Just out of reach. You know what I mean? But still, even with the Saints loss today against the Eagles, Drip Bayless, bang, right? And then another Saints loss next week against the Chiefs. But even with back-to-back losses, right, they still are one of the top dogs in the NFL. Pretty much it'll be them, the Rams, and the Packers. That's really what it's going to come down to, right? It's those three teams. I don't really see any other team really doing anything else, in this tourney that we're going to call the NFC Championship Game Tournament. And that's facts. But nobody's beaten the Chiefs. So, I mean, regardless if you guys can see that or not, they are not going down this season. They are winning the Super Bowl. Unless there's some kind of injuries. If injuries happen, then anything can, go out the window, right? But as long as Mahomes doesn't get hurt or Travis Kelce or Tyreek Freak-Hill, as long as they have their main core of guys with their coaching staff, I don't see the Chiefs losing, right? And I said this even before the season started. So, yeah, but the thing is you fail to realize how great Patrick Mahomes is. All right? He's way better than any quarterback that you got. All right? This guy is the best quarterback that's playing right now. He's going to be the best quarterback of this generation, and he's going to probably go down in history as the best ever. But you're too narrow-sighted to see Patrick Mahomes' greatness. All right? He might end up having 3, 4, 5, 6 championships. Breeze ain't going to have that. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to have that, right? Russell Wilson isn't going to have that. See? That's just you being a Saints fan and not giving credit where credit's due. All right? No, you're not giving credit where credit's due, my guy. All right? That's like saying that if Patrick Mahomes was on the Saints, you don't think you guys could go undefeated or go 15-1 or 14-2 almost every year? Patrick Mahomes in that offense with that defense? Be real. You know what I mean? That's how you have to look at it instead of just being a hater and calling out all these other quarterbacks and all these other teams just because they're not on your team. Imagine if they were on your team. That's something that you can't do. You can't visualize Mahomes on the Saints. And if he was, he would be better than anyone else that's in the league. That's facts. Use your brain, my guy. Use your brain. Nice gain. Nice try, my guy. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. But that would be scary, though. I'm telling you. You have Patrick Mahomes on the Saints. That team's probably going 15-1 every year. And they probably would be able to go undefeated probably for a year or two if they had a quarterback like that with the running backs like that and the wide receivers like that O-line, that defense, that coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Another donation by Drip Bayless. Okay, I see you. Bang, bang, bang. He's you talk crazy, Nola. Your team sucks. You're going to run into Chiefs Kingdom. Watch him drop 50 on y'all. He said, take the hill. Oh, shit. All right, baby. $4 more to 20. 9 more likes to 40. But like I said, I'm a Bucs fan. So, I'll call it how I see it. You know what I mean? But as of, right now, when we're looking at in the football game, the Rams right now, today, that's the biggest threat right now in the NFC. It's a week-to-week, league, but you took an L to the Eagles, the Saints fans. You're going to take another L to the Chiefs. You're going to win the rest of the games after that, so you'll be fine. All right, but you got to think, with the Rams playing the football that they are, the Packers, even though they don't have a defense, you know what I mean? You got Aaron Rodgers out there with Devontae Adams. They can hang around with almost any team in football. Not saying they're going to win every game, but they can hang around. And then with Patrick Mahomes and that offense, it's more than just Patrick Mahomes. You got the best offensive coordinator in football. You got a top 5 coach in Andy Reid. You got an underrated defense. You got a lot more than just Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's a part of it, but he's not the whole thing. And that's facts. Yeah, well, you know what? But we said that last year, and the Packers made the NFC Championship game. How did that happen? Their defense wasn't really that great. I mean, they had, a couple guys, Zadarius Smith, right? Preston Smith, Zadarius Smith. I mean, they had some weapons, right? But, and you lose Blake Martinez. So it is what it is. We will see. 9 more likes to 40, 14 more dollars to 30. Let's go. Big Ben? What happened to my hands? Let's go. And like I said, I've always called it right down the middle. It's not like I'm saying the Saints are trash and the Buccaneers are the best team in football. I'm nowhere near saying anything like that. I got to win today against the Vikings, but you're supposed to win, all right, against the Vikings when we play the Falcons. You're supposed to win those games with the talent that I have on my roster. If anything, the Buccaneers have been probably the most underachieving, talented team in the NFL. I mean, this was a year where we could have won 12 or 13 games and been in the position where the Saints are, right? But you just don't have that chemistry and that continuity. They don't run the football effectively. Coaching isn't the greatest. Defense hasn't played as well as they could have. And that's facts. That's why I don't really feel that they're going to be a legitimate threat this season. I mean, they could be next year, but it is what it is. And another punt along the way. It's a punt party. Not happening, Nola. Another incorrect statement by young Nola. What's new? Not going to happen. Yeah. So broken ribs and a punctured lung, and he's going to be able to go out there and win. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening, my guy. I know, seriously, how is it no score yet? Bro, dude, no one's going to be able to win a football game with broken ribs and a punctured lung. All right? He ain't no fucking Superman. All right? That's another incorrect statement. Another incorrect statement. Because if that was true, you'd have more than one ring. Mic drop. Aaron Rodgers, more than one ring. Mic drop. Russell Wilson, more than one ring. Mic drop. Okay? And then you're saying that Mahomes isn't that good. He already has as many rings as all three of those other guys already. Already. And how young is he? Already. And he's going to get another one this year. And he's already going to surpass those three QBs. And he's only getting started. All right? Go do some homework, my guy. Go back to school. Hit the books. Grab some number 2 pencils. All right? Little pencil sharpener. All right? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. All right? Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. I already said they were going to win it before the season started, and I still stick by it. They are winning the championship. Prop bet on the Chiefs? Well, I already know Mahomes is going to get the Super Bowl MVP, so that's big facts. They are winning it again. You know, a lot of people take my advice based off week-to-week betting, you know, based off fantasy football, you know. But the thing is, it's not going to be Drew Brees and the Saints. You ain't beating Kansas City Chiefs. It's not happening, my guy. If you can't even beat the Eagles, and you're going to find out next week when you lose, all right? And then you're going to make excuses. You're going to say, oh, the refs cheated you. Oh, we should have put in Drew Brees. Oh, you know, Taysom Hill fumbles. What's new? It's going to be the same excuses that I'm going to hear again after you guys lose again to the Chiefs. All right? So write down all the excuses now so that way that I can be prepared for them when I already know that you're going to say the same shit that I already said about 5 seconds ago. All right? Write that shit down because I already know it's coming. All right? When you end up losing. All right? It's going to happen. You ain't winning next week. Say, hey, man, I said, you think Lawrence will solve the Jets' offensive problems? Or if Darnold is still – no, Darnold's not the guy, but I don't think Darnold is as bad as people are claiming him to be. If Darnold goes to, like, you know, maybe like New England Patriots and goes to a different team, that would be, you know, a better fit, you know, for him. But they need to do a whole rebuild. Get a brand-new running back in there, you know, ETN, maybe from, like, Clemson. They need to end up building that offensive line again. You know, they have a couple pieces on the line. I like Jamison Crowder, but you need to be able to, you know, the defense needs a rebuild. You need to get rid of Gase. I mean, you need a full rebuild. So it's going to take probably 2 or 3 years. But if you start with Trevor Lawrence, that's the beginning of the, you know, piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? And that's going to give, you know, me especially and a lot of other people that have no interest in normally watching the Jets play, they're going to be must-see TV because you're going to be rooting for him to do well there. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to see the Jets lose every single game if Trevor Lawrence goes there. I mean, I think this guy could be a top 5 quarterback in our league within the first 2 to 3 years of coming into our league. I think he could be that good. It's just a matter of him getting the right pieces around him. But they need to do a whole rebuild. He said, Ruiz says, bro, the Chiefs defense is highly overrated. He said if they play a team with a D-line that can score as well, I didn't see them winning. Yeah, if that was happening, then how come they didn't lose to the Niners then? Exactly, because they got that man, Patrick Mahomes. In the fourth quarter, it doesn't matter if you got Aaron Donald or Jalen Ramsey or if you had DeForest Buckner or Bosa, right? Or any of the guys, Eric Armstead. I mean, you know, they had an amazing defense, arguably the number 1 D, right? But when it comes down to it, Mahomes is going to make the plays. Mahomes is the best quarterback in our game, and it's not even close. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is number 2. They're right there, back and forth. That's what it is, all right? Both of those guys are by far better than any other QB this season. If they give the MVP to Aaron Rodgers, then guess what? The Super Bowl MVP is going to Mahomes. But stop acting like Mahomes isn't going to be the best quarterback in this generation. Stop thinking that he's not going to be the guy that's going to get 2, 3, 4 rings or more. I mean, this team is legit, and it's more than just Mahomes. All right? Hey, I can't say things about the Chiefs, but the thing is if they have good pieces, I mean, what am I supposed to say? They got the best QB in football. They got the best OC in football in Eric Bieniemy. And Nola, you don't even know who Eric Bieniemy is, so obviously I've already won that case right there alone. Travis Kelce, the best tight end in football. You got the Cheetah, right? Tyreek the Freak Hill, the fastest wide receiver in football. You got a great supporting cast, right, of all those people. See, that's another dumbass, ignorant comment. He's not the Jordan of the NFL. Yes, he is. So stop saying, so you're just making yourself look dumber and dumber when you say these things before you type, right? Think before you type, all right? He is the Jordan of the NFL, all right? He is, all right? Look at his age. Look at what he's done already in his career, all right? You just don't see it, all right? Because you're too blinded by Saints everything, all right? You're just too blinded, all right? When if I say this shit is going to happen, it's going to happen, all right? I don't just say shit just to say shit. Oh, intercepted, Steelers. All right, but I guess if you don't know how to recognize talent, you don't know how to recognize arm strength, if you don't know how to recognize, right, the ability to make plays on the go, be able to make plays improv, being out of the pocket, bootleg. I mean, obviously this guy excels on every single aspect of the game, and he's very intelligent. So, surprise, he's better than Drew Brees. Surprise, he's better than Russell Wilson. Surprise, in the long term, he's going to be better than Aaron Rodgers, all right? So stop acting like Drew Brees is the king of the mountain and he's the best quarterback of all time. He is great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, all right? But Joe Montana, right? Joe Montana and Peyton Manning are better, all right? And that's facts. So the thing is are you not bright enough to see that if Mahomes goes at this pace and with the team that they have and the coaching they have, you don't think that it's possible that they can win 2, 3, 4, 5 championships with this type of roster? All right, it's not just Patrick Mahomes. They got a good O-line. They got good coaching, all right? They can run the football. They got good defense. It's not great, all right, but it's good. And remember, they almost got to the Super Bowl the year before when they almost had the worst defense in football. They had literally like the 31st, 32nd defense in football, and they almost beat Tom Brady that year, all right? So I'm just saying. So you guys can say all you want, and you can have belief that your teams are going to win, all right? But when it comes down to it, bottom line, the Saints are a good football team. The Rams are. The Packers are, right? You got the Bills, the Titans, and the Steelers, but you're not on the same level with the fourth quarter Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to beat that man. Fumble. He coughed it up. And that's facts. That's facts. Mahomes is the best. And the thing is, if you want to be a hater and say Mahomes isn't, imagine Mahomes on your football team and ask yourself, would you win more football games than who you have at quarterback right now if Mahomes was there? And the answer is an undoubtedly yes. So start fucking using your brain if you think that Mahomes is not the king of the top of the hill. All right? He is the king of the hill. He's the best. All right? Because if you add him to your team, think about how much better your team would be. All right? Facts. You are hating because you don't know football. Come on, Nola, SoundCloud rapper, stay in your lane, the slow lane. I'm in the fast lane, all right? You're dealing with fucking the Einstein of the NFL, all right? Think about it. Trying to act like Mahomes on the Saints wouldn't give your team a better shot to win Super Bowls, numerous Super Bowls. How many more points you would score on every other team with that defense and that running game. Get out of here, man. See, that's when you don't know football, bro, when you just have to be a hater and you don't give credit where credit's due, right? Mahomes could kill on any football team, but you put him on a team that has a good running game and a team like the Saints defense, come on now. Come on now. Come on, Fut. You ain't on my level either, my guy. Where's your 20,000? Exactly. Go back to Pat McAfee show. Let's go. Shotgun set. Big Ben. Going deep. Touchdown, Steelers. There we go. Shit, hey, I'm not the one that doesn't have 20,000 subscribers, my guy. I'm never mad. All right? I'm never mad. I spit facts, my guy. See, and that's a typical Saints fan reaction. What the fuck is Tom doing for you? What does this have to do with Tom Brady? Nothing. I already know my team. Don't get all butthurt just because you guys understand, all right, that you're not good enough, all right? Oh, shit. I spit facts. I spit truth, all right? Either you can handle it or you don't. All right, here we go. Boswell. Extra point. And it's good. Jose says, Saints going to choke in the playoffs, baby. Ha, ha, ha. Let's go. It's okay, Nola. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. It's okay, man. We all know who's winning the Super Bowl. That's facts. Well, number one, the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, Ryan Jenkins, and you spelled Chiefs wrong. So, obviously, there goes the Saints' chances of getting there. Not good, my guy. Not good. Yeah, another incorrect statement by Nola, but what's new? Yeah, for reals. Steelers, Bills, live, play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. 3 more likes to 40. 14 more dollars to 30. We're trying to get to 100 and a hundo for your boy, and that's big facts. Says Rams make it to the Super Bowl, Chiefs not winning. 49ers had a D-line, but no secondary. We got both. But it's Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to. Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter, I mean, I haven't seen really anybody be able to stop him in that situation. I mean, he's got all the guts. He's got ice water in the veins. They got the best play caller. So even if he starts kind of getting a little sketchy on some of his throws or some of his confidence, you got the number one OC in Eric Bieniemy. I mean, you got the perfect storm right there. I mean, yes, the defense has some holes in it. All right. Right, but you don't go against Patrick Mahomes every week, Trayvon. And I love the Rams, right? And I think they have a great shot to beat the Saints in the NFC Championship game this season. It's definitely going to be very, very close. Right? You know, unless the Packers get in there as well. So we will see. Yeah, that's what I said already before. See, Kip's on it. The only team that can beat Kansas City is Kansas City. It's just like when they had who? The Golden State Warriors. When you had Steph and Clay and you had Draymond and KD. The only team that's going to beat the Chiefs is the Chiefs. All right, if they get injured. No one's beating them, all right? They got too much coaching. They got too many good players, right? And even if the defense is the weak spot, they got the Honey Badger, who might be, right, the best safety in football, not named Jamal Adams. And if I had to choose one safety, you know, week in and week out, I think I'd probably choose Honey Badger as the best safety in football week in and week out. He's the biggest game breaker in football, and that's facts. Uh-oh, look at this biggest NWSF fan, instead of biggest NWSF hater. What'd it do? What'd it do? Yeah, Lamar, though, he can't throw, Isaac. I mean, as we've seen, you know, the thing is everyone wanted to give Lamar the credit last season, which was, you know, not deserved. All right, it was because of Yanda and the O-line and Mark Ingram giving you 15 to 20 touchdowns, right? So now Mark Ingram isn't balling, right? You don't get the same kind of production from J.K. Dobbins or Gus Edwards. The O-line is nowhere near the same as it was last year with injuries, with some of their guys and Yanda retiring, right? They figured him out. They have a year of tape on him. He's never going to be the same type of player that he was last season. So, and that's facts. You know what I mean? He's more of a gimmick quarterback. Until they improve the running game and the O-line, then maybe he can get somewhere back to where he was. Big play right there. Look at the Steelers. Oh, fumble. They're lucky. What happened to my hands? He said, I'm a Jags fan, by the way, Orion. It hurts. Why? They're on the up and up, my guy. Just give them some time to draft and get back together. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to rebuild from that Blake Bortles AFC Championship game team against Tom Brady and the Patriots from a few years back. It takes a long time to rebuild. The thing is, the only way that he's going to get better at throwing, Isaac, is that if they rebuild the O-line and get better running backs. You know what I mean? If they build the O-line to give him more time, you know what I mean? But they didn't really get Hollywood Brown involved until he started bitching. You know, if we have soldiers, you got to use them. You know, we saw that in the media, and then they started going to him. But, I mean, he's not a real thrower of the football like Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, normally a Deshaun Watson. So I don't really think Lamar, you know, I'm not saying he's an RG3 or Colin Kaepernick. You know, he's more talented than those guys. But, you know, as far as running the football and being a threat and being a thrower of the football, I'm not really sure if you're ever going to see the same type of Lamar ever again unless you rebuild that O-line, and that's facts. SoundCloud rapper, calm down, my guy. Go make a song and go make a rap. All right? Stay in your lane. All right? Stay in your lane. The slow lane. All right? No one coming out for me, my guy. I spit facts. I cash checks and break necks. You feel me? Not on the same level. I ain't worried, man. Anyone wants to be a keyboard warrior? They can do that. 7-0 Steelers. Fair catch. All right, come on, Bills. Let's go. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. Trayvon, I see you, but also, too, you got to realize it's a week-to-week game, right? So with Russell Wilson, if he's considered number 2 quarterback or number 3, how the fuck do you lose to the Giants? Right? How does Tom Brady lose to a lot of these players and teams that aren't that good defensive-wise, right? You know what I mean? Some of these guys have some of the key components, but if you don't have Chris Carson in the game, if you don't have Rojo running the football, if you don't have Josh Allen with Singletary and Zach Moss and the defense holding up their part, of course they're not going to be able to win fucking football games. You got to be able to win by running the football and playing good D. All right? All right? How does Mahomes lose to the Raiders? Easy. It's a divisional opponent, right? When you have a divisional opponent, you got a great coach like John Gruden. If you get to the quarterback and you get sack lunches, it's going to be one of those things that happens from time to time. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like this crazy thing like the Raiders, they've kind of hit a wall as of late, but they were still in the running if they wouldn't have lost today to possibly be like a wild card team. And like I said, within the first 3 years of going to Vegas, they will make a wild card. You know what I mean? It's the Raiders, if they can get a good pass rush on anyone, right, you can make shit happen. But the problem is most teams can't get a pass rush on Mahomes. He's too quick. He's too crafty. He's really good in the bootleg. He's really good, on play action. It's one of those things. You might be able to get to him for like a quarter or two, but you're not going to be able to beat him in the fourth quarter. At least we haven't seen it yet. And, he can be down by 10, 14, 24. You know what I mean? You got to think, out of him and Aaron Rodgers, there isn't any other quarterbacks that are going to be as good as those two in a pressure situation as far as intelligence and being able to put the football where they need to put it for their team to win. So, and that's big facts. Steelers, Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. I'm not sleeping on the Giants defense, but if they were so good, how the fuck did you lose by as much as you did against the Cardinals? All right, your defense is going to come to play game in and game out. But if the Giants defense was legit week to week, they would have been able to beat the Cardinals, and they couldn't even do that. So, it's one thing. So you're telling me you can beat Russell Wilson, but you can't beat Kyler, and Kyler's hurt with the AC joint? It's a week-to-week season. It's a week-to-week league. So, that's facts. 3 more likes to 40, 14 more dollars to 30. Let's go. I don't know if Daniel Jones is a bust. You know what I mean? You have no Saquon there, right? Offensive line needs some work. Defense has been pretty good, for a good majority of the season. I don't ever get nervous, Nola. Stay in your lane, SoundCloud rapper. Stay in your lane, SoundCloud rapper. The slow lane. All right? I'm in the fast lane. All right? Slow lane. Stay in your lane. Shotgun set. Big Ben. James the Terminator Conner. A non-factor so far. Oh, baby. Hey, I speak the facts, man. You know what I mean? There's a reason why we're at 20K, and the reason why that people come to me for betting every week. There's a reason why people pay me money on fucking Cash App, for fantasy football. All right? And you're a Rams fan, and you're diehard, and you want the Rams to be able to win. You want to be able to say that you can play the Saints in the NFC Championship game and get past them and win, right? And you got a formula of a good team, but when it comes down to it, who's going to end up playing a better game in the Super Bowl? Jared Goff, if you get there, or Patrick Mahomes? Case closed. And that's why, more than likely, even if you end up beating the Saints and you get to the Super Bowl, you're not going to be able to count on Jared Goff winning the Super Bowl for you. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. He's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what I mean? But in reality, you're probably going to throw 1 or 2 picks against Kansas City's shitty defense, right? And if that happens, you ain't winning, all right? You ain't winning. I mean, it's just happening. Jared Goff is no Patrick Mahomes. Drew Brees and Taysom Hill is no Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers, the closest thing to Patrick Mahomes, but they don't got a defense. All right? I get it, but we're talking Super Bowl. This is something totally different. We're talking about with all the chips on the line. You know what I mean? And I like Jared Goff. Don't get me wrong. Jared Goff and the Goffense, I like it. You know what I mean? He's had a great year, a good bounce-back year from last year. All right? But when it comes to the Super Bowl, who's more likely to fuck up? Jared Goff? Right? You're going to put all your money on Jared Goff or Patrick Mahomes? Exactly. Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to put your money on fucking Jared Goff, even if you're a Rams fan. I mean, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Unless we start seeing Patrick Mahomes fold in the fourth quarter consistently, then we can start saying, okay, maybe Aaron Rodgers is the best, and maybe Patrick Mahomes will slide down a little bit, all right? But until we see it, all right, there hasn't been a better comeback player when they're down or in the second quarter or, later on, in the fourth quarter than him. I mean, I'm just putting out facts, all right? It's either you can listen to me and you understand what I'm dropping down as facts. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I just call it how I see it, all right? I read the stats. I watch the film, right? I don't need to have ESPN or some fucking troll on the internet tell me what to think, all right? I make my decisions based on the film that I watch. Lamar Jackson is better than Jared Goff. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, based off Lamar, his athleticism is better than Jared Goff. But until Lamar can get a better O-line, someone to replace Marshall Yanda, better running game, you know what I mean? I love Mark Andrews and Lamar, that kind of continuity that they have, you know what I mean? But their defense isn't the same, even though they brought over Calais Campbell. I don't know if Lamar is even a top 10 quarterback anymore, to be very honest. I mean, and that's sad because, you know what I mean? Lamar's got talent, but, they're nowhere near. We'll see tomorrow against the Browns, but I hate to say it, but I don't think they're going to beat the Browns tomorrow. I think the Browns are going to win the football game. You know what I mean? And obviously I know with COVID, Mark Andrews and some of their players, but the reason they were great last season, it wasn't all just Lamar. Everyone gave Lamar all the love. It was the O-line and Mark Ingram. When Mark Ingram's getting you 15 to 20 touchdowns and that O-line is run blocking and pass protecting on just on all levels, that's why they were so great. But then now you don't have that, and they're like, oh, what happened to Lamar? Well, it's pretty clear if you watch the tape. It's the running game and the O-line. Replacing a offensive lineman that went to the Hall of Fame is not easy. Of course you're going to have a drop-off. So that's my 2 cents based off my knowledge and me watching. So.
It's interesting. Marcus Allen converted safety now down.
All right, we got Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. O-Dog is dropping knowledge. Lamar's top 10, but not top 5. I can agree to that. Yeah, maybe somewhere between 7 through 10. You know what I mean? But week to week this season, he hasn't been very great. He hasn't really been consistent enough. He's been a little bit of a letdown. Just kind of like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been a little bit of a letdown. You expect a lot more when you have an amazing season. Madden ranks you the number 1 player, in Madden. Diggs, go, shake and bake, But then it shows you when they have another year of tape on you, just like RG3 and Colin Kaepernick and some of these gimmicky guys, sometimes you get figured out. He hasn't really been using his legs. He hasn't really been running away from people like he did last season because the run blocking hasn't been as good because Marshall Yanda is no longer there. The run game isn't as good either. So they can stack more guys in the box, 9 or 10 in the box. When last year they had maybe 7 or 8 in the box. They had to give them the respect with the legs and with the throwing. So just saying. It's not like I'm coming out with these statements, and just, talking out of my ass. It's based off film, and, I speak the truth, and that's facts. All right, big gain by Diggs. Hand off up the middle. Shake and bake. All right, come on, Bills. If you're supposed to be an AFC championship caliber team, you got to have more than a fucking 0 going into halftime. All right, Gavin, have a good rest of your day, my guy. I will be back here tomorrow for the Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
You can pretty much count on first down.
Yeah, I got the Browns winning tomorrow. I think Nick Chubb is going to go off.
He's going to make you.
Nola, you a SoundCloud rapper, stay in your lane, man. No one coming for me. I'm spitting facts. All right?
And then a lot of times on third down, he doesn't always bring pressure. So he's almost
I'm cashing checks, breaking necks, my guy. What you doing? What you doing, Nola? You don't get no points for being a keyboard warrior, my guy. All right, we'll see. We'll see, Trayvon. I like I said, I call it how I see it. Oh, you on all platforms. But we will see, though. I am excited to see if the Rams can step up and win the NFC this year. And what did I say? I was one of those guys that told you that I thought the Rams could win the NFC West and actually get pretty far this season and make the playoffs. So obviously it's not like I've just started saying just as of late, like in the last week or two, oh, the Rams are a good football team. I've said that all year round. So is Jared Goff better than Jalen Hurts? Of course. If you give Jared Goff time, I mean, he can make all the throws. I mean, he's not going to be the sexiest guy out there. I mean, if you're not a Rams fan, if you're just on the outside looking in, but if you give him time, he can make all the throws. You got Cooper Kupp, underrated, right? You got Robert Woods, underrated, right? You got Gerald Everett. You got Higbee, right? You got 3 running backs. Cam Akers is going off now. Malcolm Brown, right? Darrell Henderson. You got a lot of pieces. The O-line is a little bit of a weakness. They've had some guys get banged up, some guys get hurt, some guys get traded in the last couple years. Guys move on, right? The defense is fire. You can argue now, based off the Saints D and the Rams D, you definitely have a conversation on whose D is better, right? Especially after you saw what they did with the Patriots. So we will see. We will see. And and when it gets to that point, we'll see if the Rams can slow down Taysom or Drew, and if they do, they'll be going to the Super Bowl representing the NFC, the Rams. So, but I think Goff is a little bit. He gets kind of criticized quite a bit, but he also deserves some of the criticism, because a lot of times when he 2-3 picks, fumbles, I mean, they lose the game. I mean, if the D plays well, I mean, the game goes through Jared Goff. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily the running game, but as of late, we starting to see Cam Akers could be that bell cow. So, yeah, loyal Ram, it's true. Jared Goff can get a ring if Mahomes is injured. Well, anyone could get a ring, Isaac, if Mahomes gets injured. If Mahomes gets injured, I mean, they might not even be able to get to the AFC Championship game, if he gets injured before that. I mean, let's be real. I mean, then you get the Steelers, the Titans, the Bills, the Colts. You have other teams that can step up, so. Nathan Dotson getting in his feels. Rams fans are dickheads. Rams fans hate each other, right? Rams fans hate the Saints fans hate the Rams fans. It's going to be fun. I can't wait till we get that NFC Championship game. We better get that. I think people, I mean, if you want to be a hater of the Rams, if you're a Saints fan, and you're going to be a hater of the Rams just because they scored 3 and they lost, but let's be real, it's hard to beat Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. No one wants to come to that agreement, because even if the Saints would have got there and they would have put up 3, and they would have lost, I mean, the same thing would have been said. It's really hard to beat a Tom Brady or, a Patrick Mahomes coached football team, and that's facts. Oh, Carla's in the building. Bills win 24-20. Well, I don't know. How are they going to put up 24 when they're at 0 right now? I don't know. We're going to have to see if we can get some offense here. Yeah, Bills. I don't know if Bills can get 24 in the second half. They haven't even scored yet.
The National Football League recognizes the great things players do on and off the field with the
one more like to 40. 14 more dollars to 30. Steelers, Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. And it's like right there, that's a great statement. Isaac Gamer, right? Hard to beat the best player in clutch time. And if you want to try to act like, even though his career is young, right? Mahomes is the closest thing to a Michael Jordan in this league that we have. We see Steph Curry and him do some magic, but if you end up looking at like MJ and being able to be in the fourth quarter and who's going to be clutch, who's going to make those jumpers, those threes, those free throws, being able to draw fouls, you know what I mean? It's him. Who else? Who else is on that level? You tell me one guy that's better than Patrick Mahomes. But see right there, Nola, think before you type, my guy. And you're even so young, you didn't even watch fucking MJ. How good do you know how MJ is? Just because you wear his shoes doesn't mean you know how good he is, all right? I watched him fucking play in person, all right? I actually watched him play. You're young, all right? You didn't even fucking watch him play, All right, so you're making keyboard warrior statements. Just because you wear the shoes doesn't make you qualified. All right, exactly. Slow lane. All right,
From the brand with more 2020
exactly.
top safety awards than Honda, Toyota, or Nissan.
It's all good to be second place, my guy. You're just never going to top me. All right, Steelers, Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And if you can't see that Patrick Mahomes is the closest thing to what we have as a LeBron, KD, Jordan in this league, then obviously you know nothing about football. And that's facts. I mean, he is the best player in the game, and it's not even close. And then you got Aaron Donald on the other side. I mean, it's very clear. Flick of the wrist. Oh, I'm saying you, Nola. I'm not saying there's no we. You. All right? Just because you wear the shoes don't make you a professional.
One thing you're always going to see out of Pittsburgh is a lot of this stuff. You're just going to see stunts all over the field.
Mahomes is the best, period.
And now that they have their starting front four back in there.
Well, we already know that, though. I mean, I'm a big Warren Sapp guy, but Aaron Donald is amazing. But Warren Sapp, you know, in his time, there was nobody better. Oh, almost a touchdown. What happened to my hands?
Steven Nelson was there in coverage. It sets a third down. Nelson having a good game so far.
With this game, more and more is
So we need Teddy out of Carolina. The coaching will, like, improve a lot of things, Breyer. You know what I mean? It's hard to be able to lose Cam Newton, Riverboat Ron, Luke Kuechly. You know, you lost a lot of pieces. No run CMC for the whole year. I mean, what do you expect? You're not going to be able to be a playoff guy. You know, you're not going to be a playoff team after losing all those things and having all that adversity. Uh-oh. Question, Nola, what do you and the Jets have in common? Josh Allen. Incomplete.
Trying to get it to Dawson Knox and use his size on Mike Hilton.
I said back-to-back L's.
Be the tallest, but he's one of the tougher ones. And Buffalo will try to field goal.
All right, Buffalo trying to finally get on the fucking scoreboard. Let's go. 10 more likes to 50, $4 more to 20. We're trying to get to a hundo and a hundo. 20,000 subscribers strong. We're growing. We're grinding. We're getting there, baby. We are getting there. 1,000 videos in the library. 100,000 hours put into the channel. The hardest working YouTuber on planet fucking Earth. Field goes up, and it's good. Finally, Buffalo. So that's what worries me, you know what I mean? If you don't have the offense to put up the points with the Chiefs, it's going to be real tough to keep up with them. I don't know. Going into the game, I was kind of leaning more towards Buffalo, but I didn't think that Buffalo would take this long to score. I'm very unimpressed with both of the offenses. If you can't run the football, which both of these teams need to do to win, you know, and then obviously Steelers don't have Bud Dupree, that's a problem. That's why I'm not really sure if either one of these teams will even make the AFC Championship game. I mean, depending on how the seeding lays out, I mean, we could end up getting maybe like a Chiefs-Titans, you know, AFC Championship game. We might have to go that route unless the Titans or the Chiefs play either of these teams prior to getting to that point. But, you know, I just spit facts, man. You know, some people can take it, some people can't. Some people love their teams and they're blind and, you know, can't see that any other team is better. You know, it is what it is. If you hate on greatness, it's silly. You know what I mean? It's like hating on Jordan, hating on Kobe. I mean, Mahomes is in that same category. I mean, if you can't see it, even at this early stage, you don't know sports. I mean, like I said, I've been watching since 1985. I went back and watched all the film of like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, the Montanas, the Peyton Mannings. And we're talking about one of the greats that have ever laced up the cleats, ever. Yeah, but who is then to you, Nola? Drew Brees and Taysom Hill? Get the fuck out of here. Stay in the slow lane. Thinking that Drew Brees is better than fucking Patrick Mahomes. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, see, their football knowledge, zero. You just went down into the gutter. Not even close. Your boy's already got the same amount of Super Bowls as Drew, and he's only played a couple years. For real. Let him know, Isaac. He's all Saints, and that's it. Can't even accept an L when they take it. Rodgers is great. He's way better than Drew, too. But don't act like, like Patrick Mahomes can't have a career like Aaron Rodgers long term or win more rings. I mean, if Rodgers only has one and Drew has one and Russell has one, but Mahomes already has one and can play another 15 or 20 years, what makes you think he can't get another this year or another after that or 3 more or 4 more? I mean, it's dumb, to really think that it's not gonna happen, bro.
Poyer and Matt Milano were on the tech.
Yeah, they're happy to have Matt Milano back out there as well. He is the cover guy. He's the sideline
Exactly.
guy. But I really love watching Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde play safety.
Yeah, Mahomes can throw 3 picks and they can still win.
Plays and they fly up to make hits.
Uh-oh. He said, I just heard Nola's music on his YouTube. Send the ambulance. My ears are bleeding. Uh-oh. Looks like they're coming for you, Nola, in the slow lane, not your boy. I'm established. 20K, all right?
And now you're starting to see fire coming back the other way. They're bringing the
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question.
been pretty cool though.
That is a good question.
What was coming on that one?
Or if possibly if the Patriots didn't cheat, right, with the greatest show on turf, you probably wouldn't have won, would have lost that one when Brady got his first in 2001. You guys would have got it in 99 and in 2001. You know what I mean? Let's be real. With all the cheating that the Patriots did in 01 and then obviously 02 the Bucks won, and then they played who? The Panthers, maybe some cheating in that one, and then the Eagles with T.O. There was a lot of cheating that was going on, and they won every Super Bowl by only 3. It's not like they blew out. They beat the Rams by 3, the Panthers by 3, the Eagles by 3, all right? Your boy knows. I watch football, all right? Lots of cheating going on. It wouldn't surprise me if they cheated for all 3 of those Super Bowls, right? Filming the other team's plays and going through their audibles. That's hella cheating. Let's be real about it. Roethlisberger, good D. Well, that's also, too, even though Tom Brady's my quarterback, I don't really consider him the GOAT, and I never will. You know what I mean? If you have any type of cheating, Barry Bonds, Rafael Palmeiro, if you're Mark McGuire, I'm a Ken Griffey Jr. guy, all right? He hit home runs. He got fat. He had 10 years of healthy, 10 years of injured, right? But he ended up being real, and I can appreciate that, all right? But when you got cheating in there, I'm always going to have Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowls, 81, 84, 88, 89, 90. You're going to have that. Didn't throw picks, Super Bowl MVPs. He never lost in the Super Bowl. And then you got Peyton Manning winning for the Colts and the Broncos, 2 different teams, the only quarterback to do it. That, to me, and those accomplishments, 4 Super Bowls, never lost, Super Bowls for 2 different teams, I'm always going to have Montana and Peyton over Brady. I don't give a shit if he's got 6 fucking championships. They weren't clean. There's definitely asterisks, by the name. Even if he ends up getting one for Tampa Bay before his career's over. I'm just saying. So... yeah, Joe Montana. I've always been a Joe Montana guy. You can definitely, for me, if you're going to make an argument, I would go Joe Montana and Peyton Manning. I would put those guys. I mean, Peyton Manning, by far the most intelligent quarterback. And like I said, to be able to win on 2 different teams, amazing, right? But Joe Montana, though. Oh, intercepted! Go, go, go! It's a house call! The 10, the 5, touchdown! Bills! Well, there you go. Oh, boy, girl came in the room and said 24, 20 or something like that. And we said, how the fuck are they going to get points? Well, there we go. There we go. That's how you get the points. That's how you get the points. That's how you get the points. There we go. Yeah. Jose, Peyton had defense 1 year, and it wasn't even elite. Come on now. They had 1 defense with Bob Sanders, 1 year. And then the 1 year they had good defense, they got there. Exactly. You can't troll me, bro. I've watched too much film and watched too much football. All right? They had 1 team with 1 defense 1 year. If they actually had a defense, the Colts probably would have taken some of those Super Bowls away from the Pats. That's facts. He missed it. Wow. Extra point, no good. Sarah Small in the building. The Colts decimated the Raiders. They sure did. They're starting to make a name for themselves. Raiders look like they're trending downwards, and the Colts are trending upwards. Not sure if the Colts are good enough to get to the AFC Championship game against the Titans, the Bills, or the Steelers, but you never know. I mean, if that's a team that, maybe people are sleeping on a little bit, anything can happen. I could see Colts, Bills, Titans, Steelers, any of those 4 teams play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. We just got to find out who is the best out of those teams. Hey, I'm not rigging the league, bro. I guess I got ESP, all right? So like I said, there's a reason why I have visions and I say something or see something and then it happens, all right? I predicted the Super Bowl winner 20 out of like the last 21 years, all right? That's not by coincidence, all right? I can pick the NBA champion. I can pick who's going to win the World Series, the Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? If you do your film study and you watch, sometimes things repeat themselves, patterns and certain things. Sometimes, you can just have a kind of a gauge on what's going to happen. Well, I already told your future. I told you the fucking Vikings were going to lose, and then you fucking doubted me, and what happened? I told you. Vikings were going to lose. Jose, no. Vikings are going to win. Exactly. Take the L. I told you they were going to lose, and they fucking lost. Told you, Jose. You didn't want to believe me. You said, the Vikings are going to win. We're going to the playoffs. I said, nope. You ain't going to beat the Buccaneers. He said, we've been playing good. We've been playing good. Yeah, I need that. I needed that dub.
Is it weather? Is it defense?
All right. I got a lot of people want to take that, you know what I mean? But like I said, until I start seeing someone that can play better fourth quarter football than Patrick Mahomes, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's not, and if they get down, there's no other quarterback that you would rather have that's going to be able to rally you back. And with the coaching that they have. So you got a good team, man. You started rolling just because you didn't win today. Got Dalvin Cook. He's arguably the best running back this season, right? Besides who? Like Derrick Henry or AK-41. But Cook in fantasy has been like the number one fantasy football running back, right? Yeah, the defense is trash. I already told you it was trash. You lost all your players. Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter, right? Xavier Rhodes, even though you thought he was trash. You can't win with Harrison Smith being 60 fucking years old and have no other players. Of course you're going to lose. All right, but you win with Jefferson and Thielen and Cook and Cousins. That's how you win. That's how you've won a lot of your games. Your defense can't fucking stop a nosebleed. You already know this. All right? I know wishful thinking will win games. That's what a lot of people think. It's kind of surprising, but everyone can have fandom and you can, have the love of your team, but sometimes you just got to have no bias and look at it from the outside within, on the outside looking in. And that's what I do a lot of times, and that's why I can get these bets right. I can win people money and I can kind of predict shit before it happens. I predicted that the Eagles were going to beat Pats, and not a lot of people predicted that with Nick Foles, right? And I said they were going to win big by 9 or 10 or more, and they did. How did I know that? 4 horsemen, better running backs, better O-line, better D-line. A lot of people were afraid to make that prediction, but not me. So I think my predictions speak for themselves. All right? I'm not going to be right all the time, but I usually have a pretty good gauge, 80% or more. Sometimes in fantasy football, 90%. It just depends on, who can execute. That's facts. But some people just don't want to believe it, You want to believe that there's going to be other teams that can get out there. Like, not everyone wants to hear the Pats are going to be the number one team year in and year out, right? But it's just that's what it was. You just knew that you wanted someone else, right? But in reality, we knew with Tom Brady and Belichick that there wasn't really a shot. I mean, that's the reality. There wasn't really a lot of shots for other teams. That's big facts.
Mr. Mayor, January 7th on NBC.
All right, it's halftime, baby. 9-7, what an unusual score. We're going to get a lot more scoring in the second half for sure.
The fun of new technology during the holidays. And nothing has more fun technology than a new Hyundai.
You just have to recognize greatness. I think that's the main thing. If you can recognize greatness in sports, then you can kind of have a gauge on, what's going to happen. When you have basketball, when it's 5-on-5, of course a single player like a Jordan or a Pippen can take over a game. But in the NFL, it's different. Yeah, imagine Mahomes on any team. Imagine Mahomes on the Saints. Imagine Mahomes on the Rams. Imagine Mahomes on the Bucks. Imagine Mahomes on any team that actually has a defense. Imagine Mahomes on the Washington football team. Imagine Mahomes on the Steelers. Imagine Mahomes on the Bills. I mean, Mahomes on the Vikings. I mean, think about it. I mean, you're not going to get the same type of results based on your quarterback unless you got Aaron Rodgers and you're the Green Bay Packers. That's the only push where you have an even quarterback. Rodgers is at the end of his career, but he's playing like an MVP, first ballot Hall of Famer, the gunslinger, one of the best that's ever put on the laces. I mean, if you're not talking Aaron Rodgers in the same breath with Patrick Mahomes, that's the only one that you can say it. You can't even say Russell Wilson because he's not on the same level. Throws too many interceptions. Decision-making isn't as good as Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson's great. You can rank him 2, 3, 4, 5 in the league, but to me, Rodgers and Mahomes by far are the best, and Mahomes is definitely at the top. Rodgers is 2, and then you got to put Russell Wilson a few notches below those 2. He just makes way too many mistakes. That's my opinion. So Luke Green, who's been eliminated from the playoffs so far, a lot of teams. Should have been my damn Buccaneers, but hey, we'll see. Cleveland Indians will be dropping their nickname. Oh, what are they going to be? Cleveland is changing. All these Indians and these nicknames, this is just getting crazy. I get it with all like the social injustice and the racism and everything, but God, it's like the Washington Redskins. I mean, I get it if some of these people want to take it as offensive, but I mean, when this team name has been around for 40, 50, 60 years, it's a part of sports. But I guess, if you want to go from Washington Redskins to Washington football team, Cleveland baseball team, or whatever the fuck they're going to come up with, I don't know. I would just rather keep them the same, but Patrick Mahomes and the Eagles, he gives you so many more wins, and based off his decision making, he doesn't take sack lunches, he's intelligent, he has the best arm in football, the best accuracy in football, besides maybe Aaron Rodgers. It's not even close. These guys have so much on the intelligence level and the arm strength and the arm everything. Look at this right here as we're watching Tyreek the free kill. And if you want to try to tell me that Mahomes couldn't do it anywhere else, you're really kidding yourself. You could put Mahomes on the Jets, and you probably would get 9 wins. You know what I mean? Of course, they don't have a running game. You got like Frank Gore. You got Jamison Crowder. The defense is bad. But he would put you in more games, right? And if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, you probably could get to about 8 or 9 wins too. You're not a great football team, but that's a lot better than going from 0 wins or 1 win or 2, getting close to 9 or 10, based off just a quarterback change. That shows you how great these quarterbacks really are. And that's facts. But I just hate it when people don't want to give credit where credit's due. Like not giving Jordan credit, not giving Kobe credit, not giving Mahomes credit, not giving Mike Trout credit. Come on. Let's look at the stats. Look at the film. It's very clear on who the GOATs are and who the greats are in our game. People that have played and people that are currently playing, that if they don't get injured, they're going to be on their way to a Hall of Fame special career. 7 more likes for 50, 14 more dollars to 30. We're a little low on the donos, y'all. $16? It's a little low. All right? Your boy's trying to get to a hundo and a hundo. Pretty good on the likes, 43. So hopefully we have a better second half. We can at least get to 50 and 50, 75 and 75. Your boy's hustling. All right? 24-21 Eagles.
Philadelphia snaps that 4-game losing streak now, as advertised. What does it all mean? Let's go over to Steve at the big board. Steve Kornacki, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I get it, but a lot of the Indians, if you end up watching, when they get interviewed, they don't think that it's like racist or it's like, something that bothers them. If anything, when they end up taking the image, it ends up being from one of their like chiefs that they really, appreciate, they have a lot of pride in. So if you look at a lot of the actual Indians, that if you interview them from where they're from, it's usually from a chief from like the Washington Redskins, Cleveland Indians, and some of these teams where it's a source of pride, not really a source of hatred or racism. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. If they're going to change it, they're going to change it, but yeah, it's a better game, more views. Yeah, 9-7, I get it. But your boy's hustling, your boy's grinding. So Mahomes went to Gruden's quarterback camp back in the day. They know each other on a personal level. Yeah, you know what I mean? And obviously, it just depends if you can dominate the Chiefs O-line, which doesn't happen often. Also, too, people don't realize the injuries that they've had also. Like Schwartz, has been injured. You've had some top dogs on the Chiefs line get banged up. So if you can get past the Chiefs O-line, then obviously you're going to be able to try to get pressure and get sack lunches, and that's what we saw in the one loss this season. One. All right? It's not like you guys act like sometimes like Mahomes has lost 5 games this season. They've lost 1 fucking game. 1 game to a divisional opponent, right? And they almost came back and won that game. It's not like they've gotten blown out. Mahomes doesn't get blown out, all right? So, Jose, yeah. It's the Karens. Facts. That's facts. All right, let's go over some of the scores. 9-7 Bills at halftime. A little bit lower scoring of a game. I figured this game would be, in probably the 30s. But, I don't know if we're going to get to that point at this rate. It's not looking too great. Colts 44, Raiders 27. A big win for the Colts, really establishing themselves as a playoff favorite. 9-4. the Raiders go down to 7-6, so you'll probably have to wait till next year for that chance to be able to get into the wild card. But Rivers, 244, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, that's really where the team thrives and strives. 20 carries, 150 yards, 2 TDs. Shows you the Raiders don't have a defense just yet, and T.Y. Hilton's been, cooking as well. 5 receptions, 86 yards, and 2 TDs as well. We know T.Y. will do it against Houston, but obviously he did it again against the Raiders. So look for the Colts to be one of the contenders. Unless they play like the Chiefs in the first round, then it's a done deal, right? But the Colts still are a good football team. Seahawks 40, Jets 3. The Jets are horrible. The Seahawks are a pretty good football team, but if they play a contender, Washington football team, the Rams, right? The Saints, I don't think they're going to be able to beat a team that has a defense. Packers 31, Lions 24. A little bit closer of a game than people thought. But you know what? It's a divisional opponent. They're going to play each other tough. They know each other inside and out. And the Packers got Aaron Rodgers, my guy, and Devontae Adams. Eagles 24, Saints 21, right? It was an emotional win. You got rid of Carson Wentz. You put in Jalen Hurts. I told you that they would play better. The body language would be better. And they executed. And they tried harder for him, and they got the dub. Eagles 24, Saints 21. A concerning loss for the Saints, especially when you got the Chiefs next week. That'll be another L. And then they will win the rest of the games after that until we get to the playoffs. Washington football team 23, 49ers 15. A big win for them. And like I said, I think that they have a chance to really do some damage as well. You know what I mean? You got a good defense. You can run the football. No Antonio Gibson. Alex Smith got hurt, and they still found a way to win the fucking game. It shows you. It's about coaching. It's about execution, right? Steelers, Bills, 9-7. Bears 36, Texans 7. No one cares about that game. The Bears are still trash. Cowboys 30, Bengals 7. No one cares about that game either. Chiefs 33, Dolphins 27. Yes, Mahomes threw 3 picks, but guess what? You still won the fucking game. Cardinals 26, Giants 7. Hassan Reddick, 5 sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. He had 5 going into the game, 5 today. What a great game. Defensive player of the week, no question. Hassan Reddick, right now he's got 10 sacks for the year. Great performance against the Giants and Daniel Jones. Buccaneers 26, Vikings 14. Like I said, I knew the Vikings would lose, but the Buccaneers aren't the real deal. I mean, just because you beat the Vikings and you play like the Falcons and you have these garbage matchups at the end of the season does not mean that they're going to win a playoff game or go to the Super Bowl. I love my Buccaneers, but I know my team. All right? Broncos 32, Panthers 27. Titans 31, Jags 10. Titans are one of those teams like the Colts to keep an eye on as we go into this push in the AFC. Falcons 17, Chargers 20, a game the Falcons should have won. We got Rams 24, Patriots 3, one of the most really impressive wins that I've seen this season. The Rams defense is legit. And when we end up getting to this point, when we play the Saints, we could see that the Rams defense is better than the Saints, possibly. Once we get to that point. Anthony Ramirez, Raiders in the building. He said, woohoo! We fired Paul Gunther, right? And the defense, has some issues. It's always had the issues. But once they get better coaching, once you get better players, it's all about Cleveland Farrell. It's all about, getting these guys healthy and in the lineup. You guys got players, but a lot of them just get banged up. Jonathan Abram injured a lot. Cleveland Farrell injured a lot, Hey, I speak the truth, Loyal Ram. You know what I mean? I speak the truth. Some people can't handle it, though. Some people can't handle it. Some people are all about their teams, and they just can't see any other opinion besides their team being the best team and their team being a Super Bowl winner. You know what I mean? But that's why people know and respect what I got to say, is because if I follow all 32 teams, I got no bias. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm getting paid from these organizations to talk them up. You know what I mean? I watch the film. I go to all the team websites. I read more than the average person. I spend 4 to 6 hours in reading and watching film, which is more than most people. Right? And then after I do all that, then I can make my, opinion on what I feel about the league on the outside looking in with no bias of any kind. So, but it is what it is. Some people are keyboard warriors. Some people think they know it all. And, every NFL fan thinks they know it all. But until you actually read and do the research,
Week 14 concludes with Monday Night Football on ESPN. Then Week 15 kicks off with Thursday Night Football in Las Vegas. Stream games on mobile.
Exactly.
Sports and NFL.
Yep. But we'll see about your team, the Ravens, Isaac. You know what I mean? I don't think, like I said, Lamar is trash, but they definitely have regressed this season more than we ever thought. You know what I mean? Especially being the number 1 player in Madden, MVP, you know what I mean? But it really shows you it really shows you, the offensive line and Mark Ingram was really the keys of Lamar's success. It wasn't just Lamar. It was the offensive line getting slept on, Marshall Yanda getting slept on for his greatness, Mark Ingram dominating the league last season at the running back position, and that opened it up for Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews and the rest of the squad, as well as Lamar being able to use his legs as a weapon. And then you got 1 year of film on him, and he's nowhere near the same player. But what else has changed? The O-line isn't the same. The running backs aren't the same. The defense is worse, right? Coaching hasn't been as good. So, a lot of it comes into play. But everyone loves to be able to say it's all Lamar. Lamar's good or Lamar's trash, right? But what about the other things? Right. But, the average, if you're a fan of the team, you know it. I know it. But how many people are willing to look deeper than just the fact that Lamar is playing good or playing bad? You know what I mean? Why? That's what you always have to do. There's a cause and effect. Just in life, right, and in sports, there's a cause and effect, a reaction to every single action that's being, taken place in life. You know what I mean? Someone isn't going to, punch someone in the face for just no reason. Typically, it's going to happen because the other person said something. You know what I mean? It's all cause and effect. But in the NFL and in sports, everyone loves for a good majority to give the credit and give the blame to the QB. But it's more than that. A lot of them are stupid. Isaac, a lot of people are fucking stupid out there. That's facts. That's why I try to educate some people here that O-line and D-line are really important in the league. It's a team game, 11 on 11. It's not just one person. So, Loyal Ram in the building. Isaac the GOAT. I love it when we get Ravens fans and we get teams of fans that are in the building. I love it, man. I love it. All right. I got to change the scoreboard. Your boy's working hard. Oh, shoulder injury. All right, third quarter. Let's go. Come on, Bills. Let's see what you got. Josh Allen. There we go. Diggs. Been a great addition to the team. Yeah. Well, they didn't believe in him. They didn't believe in him going into the league that he could be a QB. But if you watched him at Louisville, right? If you watched him there, he was a little bit of a gunslinger, but he was a project QB, right? There's a reason why Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, right? Josh Allen and all these guys went before him, right? Because he was one of those guys that was a project QB, right? But he went to a team that had a good defense, good running game, good coaching. So he kind of fell into the right spot, But, if you would have put Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen on the Ravens, you would have had good success there too, Are the Browns a Super Bowl contender? No, but they're going to probably win tomorrow. They'll go to the playoffs. They could, lose in the first round. I don't know if they're good enough to make the AFC Championship game this year, but it is 2020, and if you can run the football and play good defense, I don't really trust Baker Mayfield, right, week in and week out. But if you can run the football with Chubb and Kareem Hunt and play good defense, they do have a shot to make the AFC Championship game. And that would be really surprising to see if that happens this season after not being in the playoffs for so many years like the Buccaneers, right? But if the Bucs make it to the NFC Championship game or the Browns, some people would be shocked. Other people wouldn't, right? But if you can run the football and play defense, that can get you there. And both of those teams have it in them, right? Obviously, the Browns got a better running game than the Buccaneers. You got Chubb and Kareem Hunt, the best duo in the running back game, besides AK-41 and Latavius Murray, as far as a 1-2 punch, right? Right? And the defense for Cleveland is relatively good. The Bucs defense is relatively good, sometimes better than, some weeks than others. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they can go to the Super Bowl, but I could see them overachieving and, maybe getting the AFC Championship game. Because if Baker plays good football, they could compete with the Bills, the Steelers, the Titans, right, the Colts. It's not that really big of a difference. Their defense, to me, has holes in it too, right? But, when we saw Baker throw 4 touchdowns in the first half, you're starting to see things that you normally don't see out of Baker, a little bit more consistency. But we'll see tomorrow. If the Browns come out and just fucking slap the Ravens in the mouth, which I don't want you to get mad, Isaac, because I know, you being a Ravens guy, you're trying to make the playoffs still, and you don't want to see the Browns beat you. But if they end up just, slapping you around and then the Browns win, maybe, being 10-3, maybe that'll start giving people a little bit of belief. But it'll be based off the running game and the defense more than what Baker Mayfield's doing. And having Odell out of the lineup, having Odell out of there is a cancer, I hate to say it, but when Odell's in the lineup, he's a cancer, man. They played so much better after he got hurt. Maybe it's just him wanting the football and wanting targets, you know what I mean? But with Jarvis Landry there and the rest of the people there, it seems like they're trying to get the football to everyone instead of targeting Odell first on every single drive, and that's why they were losing a lot of the games. You know what I mean? You got to find the right fit for Odell, and I don't think it's the Browns. Josh Allen, nice pass. Diggs. Will Mahomes win the MVP? Him or Aaron Rodgers? With the 3 picks today, Aaron Rodgers has less interceptions, right? Obviously, you still won the football game, but if you want to give Aaron Rodgers the MVP and Patrick Mahomes the Super Bowl MVP, that's probably what I think is going to happen, because they're not going to give it to the same guy. They're not going to give Mahomes the MVP and he's going to get the Super Bowl MVP. They try to divvy up the awards to different people. Aaron Donald, TJ Watt will be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, but that's what I'm thinking. It's smart. I'm a smart guy, all right? 7 more likes to 50, $4 more to 20. Let's try to get to at least 50 and 50, all right? Had enough keyboard warrior fun time in the first half. Can the Browns win the AFC North? Well, it just depends if Pittsburgh keeps sliding, because, there's a good chance they're going to lose this game tonight, and then you got to look at the rest of the schedule and to see if the Browns can win out, right? Or if it's what's possible. So let's look at the schedule. You know what I mean? Let's take a look. It just depends. So you got Week 15. If the Browns beat the Ravens, all right, then they're 10-3, right? And then if the Steelers lose, right? Let's take a quick look. Nice tackle. All right, so Pittsburgh's 11-1. They dropped this game to 11-2, right? Which is possible, right? And then the next week, let's see what the lineups are. Then you got.
This is pressure, play after play, time after time.
The Browns play the Giants. Oh, that's easily a win. Steelers play the Bengals, and then they'll probably win that game by default. I don't really see the Bengals putting up enough points on the Steelers. So then if that's the case, right, then you're looking at what? 10-3, 11-3, and they'll probably be what? 12-2 at that point. So let's see, Week 16. Let's look at this week. Browns play the Jets. That's a win. Steelers play the Colts. Ooh, touchdown Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. There you go. Colts Steelers. That could be big. And then Week 17. Let's look. Steelers Browns. That could be for the title there. Okay. So yes, the Browns. I think it is possible. Especially if they drop this game and they end up dropping the game to the Colts, and the Browns keep winning. They'll play the Steelers in the last game of the regular season. So yeah, I think it is possible. The Browns would have to keep winning, and have to go, 13-3. So it is possible. It is possible that they could win it. I don't know if they will, but we will see. Extra point is up, and it's good. Okay. Can the Ravens defense stop Kareem Hunt and Chubb? No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, the Browns are on a different level right now. One team is trending upwards, one team is kind of trending downwards, though. So, yeah. How good is Devin Singletary's trash? Zach Moss is a little bit better, but they that's why I don't really believe in Buffalo long term. They can win this game, right? You know what I mean? And Josh Allen doesn't have to throw for 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. It definitely helps, but to win in the AFC, you're going to have to be able to run and stop the run and have a good defense, and they can't run the football. You know what I mean? So if you get any team that can stop the run, and get pressure on Josh Allen, same thing with the Steelers. If you can't run with James Conner, you don't have Bud Dupree there. I'm not sure if I like either of these teams, right? And the Titans, their defense isn't really there. Colts defense is good from time to time. So it's tough. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I'm not saying it's going to be Browns and Chiefs and the AFC Championship game, but, shit, you never know.
That's why we merged this spring. Now it's about to get even better. And as we
Super Bowl picks this year, Chiefs for sure, and I said that in preseason. And it could be Saints, Rams, Packers. It's got to be one of those 3 teams. I think America wants to see Chiefs-Packers. personally. I mean, I think if you're a fan of outsider, looking in, and you just want good football, good quarterback play, Rodgers and Mahomes slinging it and flinging it would be fun. Obviously, Saints fans are going to say they want to see their team in there, but I think if you're not a Saints fan, you don't give a shit. You don't want to necessarily. It's not going to make a difference if they're in there or not. You know what I mean? Based off the good Saints fans and the bad Saints fans and their expectations, right? Rams got a good offense and good defense. I think obviously fans would like to see that matchup too. Not as much as Packers Chiefs, but I mean it is what it is. See, the thing is with Green Bay, they don't got a defense, and the Saints and the Rams do. So I mean the only way that the Packers are going to get past those teams if Rodgers puts up like 40, which is possible. You know what I mean? But I mean if the Packers get there, I mean to the Super Bowl and they play Mahomes, I don't know if you can beat Mahomes. They can both put up points, but Chiefs defense is better than the Packers, so the Saints are going to get cheated again. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, it depends if you put in Drew Brees in again or not. If you want to, have this hard-headed pride and put in the guy that's going to lose the game for you, go ahead. I mean, if that's what you want. But I just have a feeling you put him in, he's going to get hurt again. I mean, broken ribs and punctured lungs don't heal after 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Plus, the pressure is on them. You know what I mean? They have the most pressure out of any team in the NFL based on how they've lost the last 3 seasons. So for them to act like they don't think about it or that's not on their brain when they go to the playoffs, thinking that they're going to get screwed or they're going to lose again. I mean, if you think you're going to lose, you're going to lose, and that might come into play again, where you're visualizing yourself getting screwed in the game somehow, and then it ends up happening because you're just thinking it's going to happen. So I think the pressure is really on them. Rams, no pressure. They're going to play loose. They're going to play fun. Green Bay, loose, no pressure. Jalen Hurts a Pro Bowl QB, no. But I like the direction they're going with him. And I'm not surprised they won today. Man in motion, Big Ben. James Conner. Obviously, with COVID and being sick, if you don't get good running game out of James Conner, you don't win the football game. Period. Doesn't matter if you have Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Juju, doesn't matter. Benny Snell can't run the football like Conner, and when Conner struggles, you lose. Period. And you have no Bud Dupree. That's not a good look. Not a good look for the Steelers for being undefeated, playing a bunch of shitty teams. You know what I mean?
The hero of the night so far, I tell you, when they started going to Diggs, it was a different ball game. But you really have to give credit to Josh Allen. What he did on that last drive was something.
Yeah, I mean, Pro Bowl. You can't get a Pro Bowl after one game. That's facts. Yeah, it depends if they decide to stick with Jalen or not. You know what I mean? Obviously, with Wentz and the money, it's a business, and it's about money and how much money you gave him. You know what I mean? And if they decide to go with Jalen Hurts, but it's about, if someone keeps fucking up over and over and over again, obviously the players aren't going to play as hard. And then you put in a guy that the players genuinely like. Seems like he's a good kid. He's likable. He's going to try hard. And then you're going to see the effort from the running backs and the wide receivers, and they won the game based off emotion. You know what I mean? One team took him for granted, the Saints, right? The other team felt confident with Jalen, right, that they could hang with anyone, even if it was a team on paper that could be a Super Bowl contender, right? But they weren't afraid about that. They pounded the rock with Miles Sanders, right? They got a good lead. Jalen Hurts didn't throw 3 picks, right? Found a way to win the football game, and also a little bit of bad luck on the Saints' part. 2 missed field goals by Big Nuts Will Lutz, maybe some fumbles by Taysom. But if the defense was better, they would have won. So that's bottom line. But then obviously everyone wants to blame Taysom for the fumbles, but it's more than that. So, but top 4, I mean, for the longest time, it was what? Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and then Florida, and all the other teams were pretenders. But then Florida played LSU and lost embarrassingly, right? So then they're out of the mix. So those are pretty much the top dogs. Those 4 teams. I don't think there's any other teams that are on that level. Clemson doesn't really have a defense, but they have Trevor Lawrence. Notre Dame's got a pretty good balance on their team. Ohio State's got a pretty good balance on their team. But Bama, it looks like Bama's team is probably going to be the team that wins. You know what I mean? I don't think they're that much better than Clemson, Notre Dame, or Ohio State, but good enough with Devontae and obviously the players that they have on their roster. Seems like they got enough on their QB situation, the running backs, their wide receivers, their defense. It looks like this is an Alabama year. I mean, if I had to predict it, I mean, that's what it's looking like. I mean, a lot can happen from now until then, SEC championship game and other matchups, but, I mean, it's kind of feeling like an Alabama Crimson Tide kind of year. You know, nothing against Notre Dame, Ohio State, or Clemson, but I'm not sure if those teams have enough to hang with an Alabama for four quarters. So, 6 more likes to 50, 14 more dollars to 30. Maybe. Ohio State's got some athletes. I just don't trust Justin Fields. I don't like Ohio State quarterbacks going into the league. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, you know, you see them on the Dwayne Haskins level. You know, you see these guys that played quarterback at college, and they don't really do anything in the pros. So I'm not sure if I would trust Ohio State, you know, against Bama's D. Not really. Incomplete. 16-7. 6 more likes to 50. 14 more dollars to 30. Let's try to get to 50 and 50. Help your boy out. Your boy's grinding. I'm not grinding on here with 20,000 subscribers for $16. Come on now. Support your boy. More money that you donate to your boy, it means more prizes that I can give out for sewn jerseys, hoodies, T-shirts, hats, Cash App money, video games. All right. $16. Come on now. I can find $16 in my couch cushion. Come on now. 3rd down and 9.
Everything that happens to that guy. I love him.
Former head coach for the Vikings, 3rd and 9 here. Buffalo showing all kinds of pressure one more time.
That's not true. Oh, you know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Maybe for you, Fut. Maybe for you and your channel.
Jerry Hughes picked it up. Back to the sack first.
Is that Milano that got there first?
Yes, sir.
And I guess they're going to say he was
Ooh.
before.
I want to see the replay with that. Let's look.
The referee would know when that whistle was blown. They try and protect him the best they can. Ball came out late.
Bang! See that? So it looks like you're wrong, Fut. Richard Klein, bang! $5. Appreciate you, my guy. Go, go, go! Woo! Andre Roberts with the speed. That's coming from someone that doesn't have 20K and that doesn't get donations. It's okay, Fut. You know, it's all right, man. It's okay.
I tell you, Mike, have you ever watched a heavyweight fight?
You ain't me, my guy.
Two guys, I'll let them make the call.
All right, flag on the play. Holding. Ooh, illegal block in the back.
Keep going.
Good. It's not even that important. But, you know, they just start throwing haymakers.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Hoodies available, $39.99, NWSF. You look good, you play good, and you pick good. Go, go, go.
At the 35-yard line, he'll bring it down.
Makes a great holiday gift. The NWSF hoodie. Oh, baby.
Over 100 yards on the night.
So, Orion, what would you do with Mahomes' contract money? That's a good question. Invest it?
They're going to give a little help out here on TV.
Investments, my guy.
But just enough play action.
I mean, Mahomes' money is ridiculous. Obviously, I wouldn't even need Mahomes' money. I want to be able to build a studio out here to make other people's dreams come true. You know what I mean? I already know that if I work hard and I keep grinding, you know what I mean, the proof's already in the pudding. You know what I mean? With 100,000 hours dedicated to the channel, 1,000 videos in the library, you know, 20,000 subscribers and counting. You know I can make it. But if I can make someone else's dreams come true, that means more to me than myself personally. So if I can end up building a studio out here, that's what I would do.
Diggs just has this thing figured out. Now, when you let him sneak in behind a zone defense, he's going to be behind the linebackers in the coverage, and he's just going to kind of figure it out, right? It's just a little maze in there.
Buffalo starting to show Pittsburgh that, you know, they might be going on a downward spiral. James the Terminator Kana, not the same running back as he was earlier in the season. No Bud Dupree. I really don't think the Steelers are contenders. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Buffalo's that much better or the Titans or the Colts, because obviously everyone is second place to the Chiefs and the AFC. But, I mean, the Chiefs are just going to run through every team in the AFC, personally. I don't really see any team giving them that much of a problem. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, who's got good defense in the AFC? Pittsburgh's defense is no longer number one, right? Buffalo's defense isn't there. Titans don't have a defense. Colts' defense is kind of shaky, all right? So there's no real team. Maybe the Browns at times have a D, but then it's shaky too. There's not really anyone that has a defense like the Saints and the Rams in the AFC. So it's pretty clear the Chiefs are going to be able to run away with this. And then it's just a matter of it's going to be Saints, Rams, or Packers playing them in the Super Bowl. Shotgun set. Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. This one's getting ugly. Pittsburgh, contender or pretender, starting to look like a pretender. And if there was a few more weeks left, you probably would get Cleveland to catch up and win the division. And that's crazy to think, you know, for the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being horrible football teams for so many years, where both of us could be in the playoffs now. Pretty amazing. You know, but if you can have good defense and run the football and have some consistency, you know, you can turn your shit around. Pittsburgh. Matt Payton in the building. What to do, my guy? How you enjoying your Oregon Ducks chain that I sent you from Collegiate Art Designs? You love it? That white O? I know we don't really get to see a whole lot of Oregon football now since Washington with that COVID decided to cancel their game. But I imagine you've looked in the mirror, put it on with some clothes, you know. It's pretty stylish, man. I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad that you can rock it, and you're probably the only one in Hawaii that's rocking that O. So, and it'll be better next year, obviously, with Oregon. We'll have a full season, hopefully without COVID. So the Bucs are talented, but why are they playing so bad? It's just consistency. You know, Tom Brady going from a system for 20 years, going to another one. Them not running the football consistently with Rojo 20 times a game, right? Offensive line getting injured and banged up. Bringing in AB and stealing targets away from Mike Evans and Godwin and Gronk. You know, giving targets, you know, to Fournette when he should have been on the bench with AB. The defense not getting sack lunches with Ndamukong Suh, JPP, Shaq Barrett. You know, you should be getting better numbers from those guys, right? Devin White and Levante David need to play better. My secondary is really young, but they've been playing pretty good, right? But the thing is they've just jumbled all these players together within like 4 months. You got to think I've had Jameis Winston forever, right? You know what I mean? So to bring in all this talent to make a dream team, sometimes it takes more than just a couple months to put it all together. You know what I mean? And my secondary's young. Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy Bunting, you know, a lot of these guys are young or banged up. Antoine Winfield Jr., Jamel Dean has been hurt. So, I mean, I got players, but they're just not playing consistent enough, right? And then obviously bringing in, you know, Fournette and Antonio Brown, you know, maybe was a mistake. You know, maybe they gave those guys a little bit too many targets and, you know, started taking away some of the chemistry. But the bottom line is the defense hasn't been good enough. The play calling hasn't been good enough. Brady hasn't been good enough, but they haven't been running the football enough with Rojo. He's good enough to be a top 10 running back in this league. If you look at his numbers, he's normally like top 5 in rushing, right? But they don't give him a lot of opportunities. You can't give a guy 11 carries a game. You got to give him 20 to 25. And if they would have done that the whole season, I think that we would have beat the Bears, probably would have lost to the Saints twice, you know what I mean? But we would have won more games up to this point, you know? Instead of losing 5 games, we'd probably have like 3 losses right now, you know? Lost to the Rams by 3, you know, lost to the Bears by 1. Could have maybe won those games. Probably would have dropped both the games to the Saints at this point, but, you know, there's always next year, you know, and we never know. Maybe they'll get it together. Like I said, they beat the Vikings. They're going to win the next 3 games. You know, they play the Falcons twice. They're going to find a way to get to 11-5, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to put it together in the playoffs. I mean, they're really going to have to execute and really be disciplined, play better defense, get sack lunches, get picks. So that's kind of what I feel. Tom Brady or Drew Brees? Neither. Can I say that? And I'm a Bucs fan. So neither. Brees is hurt, you know, and Brady's too inconsistent. Stop talking about the Vikings. I beat you, man. You said that you were going to win. Remember? You were Nostradamus. You said, Orion, I see everything. I see the future. The Vikings are winning. What happened to that prediction? Wrong. 4 more likes to 50. 15 more dollars to 40. We already passed 20,000 subscribers, the best fans on planet Earth. You guys, the Fanatic family, I love you guys. The best fans on planet Earth. Some of the fans are a little crazy. Some of the fans are very biased about their football teams. Some of y'all can see the greatness in the league, even when it's not on your team, like your boy, like Patrick Mahomes. But, you know, not everyone can see these things the same way in the NFL. That's facts. Stefanski is not a one-hit wonder. If you watched him, right, he was the OC for the Minnesota Vikings, and he turned in Stephon Diggs in the #1 deep threat in football. So they finally found a coach, an offensive line. You brought in Jack Conklin from the Titans, Jedrick Wills Jr. from Bama in the draft. So you built the O-line. You got a better head coach, right? You got a good running game, right? And you got a good defense with Myles Garrett. So, I think that this is Cleveland Brown team is going to be a team that will be around. I'm not sure if Baker Mayfield is the answer long-term, right? But Diggs is great too. So stop acting like Jefferson is way better than Diggs. They're both great. Diggs has made a huge impression on the Bills, and that's why they're at the win total that they're at. And Jefferson has made a name for himself and probably will get Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? But if you really look at their stats, they pretty much cancel each other out. If Diggs was still on Minnesota, his stat line would still be probably over 1,000 yards and, you know, probably somewhere between 7 and 12 touchdowns. I mean, that's facts. I'm not sure if one guy is really that much better than the other. I mean, Jefferson's a great route runner, and he's a rookie. But let's not take away the fact that the reason that the Buffalo is really taking the next step is Diggs and Josh Allen. And that's facts. No, Sam Darnold should not get an extension. They need to move on. They need to move on, get Trevor Lawrence, let him go to, like, the Patriots or somewhere else. Big Ben? Incomplete. What happened to my hands? Well, the thing is you can't say Sam is a bust. What does he have to work with? No running backs, one wide receiver in Jamison Crowder, horrible coaching, no defense. See, that's the thing, Jose. A lot of people are like you that try to point out the obvious. Oh, he sucks because the team has no wins. But have they put him in a position to win? No. They don't have any weapons out there. Your best weapon's Jamison fucking Crowder, right? But if they actually had better weapons out there, you know, Sam Darnold, like if you would have put Josh Allen on the Jets, right, or if you would have put Baker Mayfield on the Jets or Lamar on the Jets, do you think that they would be that much better? Fuck no. They're all going to struggle and be horrible, right? I mean, the only guys that you could really put on the Jets to turn it around, if you put Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, maybe you can go from a 0-win team to maybe like 7 to 9 wins with a quarterback like that, because he would make everyone around him better, Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. But if you don't have quarterbacks like that, I mean, that's like the extreme case, having the best in the league on one of the most horrible teams. But you got to have coaching too. Coaching's important. That's facts. 3 more likes to 50. $15 more, or 14 more to 40. Let's try to get to 50 and 50, y'all. Your boy's grinding. Your boy's working hard. We've been gaining subs, over 20,000 subscribers, so it feels good to grind and get the recognition. The fans are the best in the business. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys very much. And like I said, we got a great game tomorrow with the Browns and the Ravens that I'll be doing as well. What should the Jets do with Flacco? Get rid of his ass too. Get rid of Darnold, get rid of Flacco, dump both of them. Just bring in Trevor Lawrence. I mean, if you want to bring in Flacco to guide, Trevor Lawrence as a mentor, I mean, you can, but you already know Trevor Lawrence is starting day 1. So, more weapons. I'm not sure if they really need more weapons at wide receiver and tight end. I mean, they really need better offensive line. If you improve the offensive line for the Ravens and the defense, the running game and the passing game will come. That's my personal opinion of it. So, 2 more likes to 50, $14 more to 40. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. NWSF hoodies available for purchase, $39.99. Cop one. It makes a great holiday gift to represent for you or your fam from the East Coast to the West Coast, baby. Hollywood Brown. Well, shit, I picked Mark Ingram and Hollywood Brown because I thought that the offensive line would be able to recover after Marshall Yana, and they fucked me. I mean, but I still ended up making the playoffs out of a 10-man league for the Northwest Sports Fanatics Fantasy Football League. But I started off 0-2. which I've never done before in fantasy football, and I still found my way in the playoffs, making like 167 wire transfers. Obviously I make a lot of moves on my bench and on my starting crew. You know what I mean? But I had to make that tough decision. I'm dropping Mark Ingram, right, and Hollywood Brown that I drafted pretty early. Both of those guys within the first 8 rounds, I drafted both of those guys, and I had to drop them by week 3 or week 2, just because I just had a feeling that they were not going to improve with that offense. And I was correct. They never really recovered. Otherwise, if I would have hung on to them, I would have kept losing. So, Devin Singletary, gain of a couple. 23-7 Bills. This one's getting kind of out of hand. Jose Nostradamus for the Vikings. Vikradamus says that they will come back stronger next season. But how is that going to happen when they don't pick defense? Because that's the reason that the team sucks. They got no D. They lost way too many players. They thought, we're going to lose Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter, Xavier Rhodes, and all these other players, and we're still going to be a good football team? No. Doesn't happen. Got to improve a lot on that defense. I mean, that was the big reason. Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin were the reason you beat the Saints in the playoffs. You got a lot of pressure and a lot of sack lunches. So, hey, I'm speaking facts, Jose. I speak it because I watch it. All right? The offense is good. I like the offense. I like Cousins and Jefferson and Thielen. I like what they got there. Dalvin Cook, that part is fire, right? But, I mean, you can't win football games if your O-line isn't good and your defense blows. I mean, that's just reality. Mark Sanchez, Josh McCown, or Sam Bradford? Neither. None of the above. It's a Brown being Lamar's ear, I know. Yep. I agree. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have time to be able to throw the football, and that's why, they haven't been going deep. I mean, if you got a deep threat like that, you haven't even been testing it. So the Saints will play the Vikings on Christmas, and the Saints will win. Well, you better hope so. Yeah, but Cousins is actually not that bad of a QB. I mean, if you look at his numbers this season, you know what I mean? He's not that bad. I mean, he made Jefferson. I mean, if Jefferson went to another team that didn't have a quarterback, I mean, he wouldn't be in the running for, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, if you really think about it, Cousins made Jefferson. I mean, Cousins made Thielen and Diggs. Captain Kirk, he might not be the best quarterback. You know what I mean? Sometimes he plays a top 15. Other times he plays like a top 10. Sometimes he plays horrible. Sometimes he plays great. You have to take the good with the bad. And you got Dalvin Cook there. Right, but when you don't have a defense, right, and you're going to be out there a lot, and the offensive line is shaky at times, you're only going to be able to do with the play calling with what you have available. Hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook, pray that he does good. He played great this season, arguably the best out of any running back besides AK-41 and Derrick Henry. Thielen's the man, Jefferson's the man, you know what I mean? But it's not a complete football team. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are worse than Kirk Cousins. So I mean, you can say that you don't like the contract, but I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are a lot worse than Kirk Cousins out there. I mean, if I had to put him on a number list, I'd probably put him top 12, probably somewhere between 10, 11, and 12 in the league. That's not bad out of 32 QBs. I don't think he hates that he went to the Bucs. I don't think so at all. Especially if we go to the playoffs and we win and we overachieve and surprise everyone and go to the NFC Championship game, which I don't really think is that possible, but you never know. I don't think so. He went there for a reason. You know what I mean? We got a defense, we got names. You know what I mean? We got a running game. We got Mike Evans and Godwin. I mean, if he stayed on the Patriots, I mean, the season's already over. It's not like he's going to win if he stayed there. That team is horrible. So I disagree with that, Isaac. I mean, he would have been a lot more sad and wanting to quit if he would have stayed with the Patriots. Look how horrible their team is. They got no wide receivers, no tight ends, right? Edelman's injured. Everyone's banged up. Defense, they don't got anything. They got nothing out there. A guy Raiders in the building. What to do? One more like to 50. 14 more dollars to 40. Let's try to get to 50 and 50 before the game is over. Your boy's working hard, grinding. 20,000 subscribers, and we're growing. Got 1,000 videos in the library, and we're growing. 100,000 hours in the channel. And like I said, we're getting right into the playoff push, which is very important. We're getting there.
And then move here to south and east from downtown to Orchard Park. It's been Rich Stadium, Ralph Wilson Stadium, New Era Stadium. Now it's just Bills Stadium. And it is a place when full. It's one of the best atmospheres in the league. Steelers.
Case Keenum, fuck no. Kidding me? Get out of here with that. Marcos Pineda, there we go. Bang! Let's get those donations going, baby. All we need to do is try to get to 50 and 50 at least, if we're not going to hit a hundo and a hundo. Thank you. Marcos Pineda, OG, triple OG, my boy. Go Hawks. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hand off up the middle. Steelers. First down. Steelers. You know, they put in Jalen Samuels. You know, shit's going wrong. They're like, James Conner can't run worth a shit. Benny Snell can't run worth a shit. Oh, man. Would you rather have Oregon getting to a bowl game this season or bounce back? Nah, we don't even need a bowl game this year. This season's fucked. We already lost to the Beavers, lost to an 0-3 Cal. We got ripped off from that Washington game because they have COVID, supposedly. And then we might play Colorado for like a third-place game. Fuck it, dude. It's like, let's just end the season. We don't even need a bowl game. Just get back next year, hopefully with non-COVID, with everything being over, and then we'll try to get our recruits healthy and then bounce back. I don't think – because if we go to a bowl game, we're probably going to get embarrassed. I mean, our team has one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. And we're talking about defenses in the NFL that blow. I mean, Oregon's defense on the college level is horrendous. I mean, dude, we've only lost the Beavers twice in like 14 years. I mean, and then we lose the Cal 0-3 the next week. Bro, that's not the Oregon Ducks that I know. All right? So, I mean, normally we're an offensive-minded team, but usually our defense isn't too bad. Yeah, it's horrible. But I still love my team. I'm a Ducks fan for life, and that's big facts, so. Yeah, but the thing is, it's about the defense, too, and the running game. They haven't been really addressing the defense and the running game. Regardless if AB was there or not, Fournette was there or not, you know, they haven't given Rojo enough carries, and the defense hasn't played good enough. You know what I mean? So they might be able to change it up, you know, before we get there. So we will see.
It's Sunday. Sunday sing-along. And he helped us get a home and auto bundle. He's been our insurance guy for 5 years now. He makes us
Said Orion, you know, some Chiefs fans had backup 49er jerseys. Hey, you know, I just like to speak the truth. You know what I mean? It's just where people, you know, they don't want to admit that, you know, that, you know, Mahomes is the greatest quarterback that's playing right now, not named Aaron Rodgers. You know, it's fine. You know, if you don't want to admit like when Kobe Bryant was great or when Jordan was playing, you know what I mean? They ruined a lot of dreams and a lot of hopes of a lot of fans out there, including my Portland Trailblazers and, you know, and then the Lakers and the Utah Jazz and the Sonics and the Suns. You know, when you have greatness there, you know, it's tough. You know, especially with like Tom Brady, you know, being so good with the Pats. I mean, they eliminated a lot of dreams for a lot of people trying to win the fucking Super Bowl. So, and the reality is the Chiefs are that next franchise big team. So,
Thursday, January 7th.
Fut Buckerson. Matt Payton, my guy. One more like to 50. 19 more dollars to 50. We're getting there. The boys grinding. We hit over 20,000 subscribers. Got rid of some of those troll accounts. So we're well over 20,000, which is good. Hopefully we can keep it that way. And like I said, you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I've been putting all my blood, my sweat, my tears, you know, putting in a lot of reading and a lot of film study. 100,000 hours into the channel, right? 1,000 videos in the library and counting. I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going to quit. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to do the Browns and the Ravens tomorrow. I know Isaac the Goat's going to be there. We're going to be watching the game together. I'm excited. It's going to be good. We'll see if the Ravens can bounce back, right? Or if we're going to see the Cleveland Browns kind of get hot at the right time and maybe even surpass Pittsburgh, because they might end up winning the AFC North if they can run the table. I mean, there's a good possibility because that last game is going to be against Pittsburgh, and it looks like the Browns' schedule is a little bit easier than the Steelers. The Steelers have a big game against the Colts, and then they got one against the Browns in the last game of the regular season. So it's a huge comeback story for the Browns and the Bucks. I mean, for us being just horrible football teams and both of us making the playoffs. And I said that it was possible that we could see both of our teams get there. And it's starting to look like we're both going to get there with maybe about 11 wins. So maybe they could get as many as 13. So we'll see. I'm not jumping on the Browns bandwagon, but like I said, if you have good defense and you can run the football, they've shown that they can do that. I think they're going to beat the Ravens tomorrow. They have a pretty soft schedule the rest of the way, and I just don't like the way that the Steelers are playing, right? They can't run the football effectively. They lost Bud Dupree. I'm not really sold on them. I'm not really sold on the Bills. I'm not sold on the Titans. They don't have a D. I'm not sold on the Colts. The only team I really love in the AFC is the Chiefs. You know, I like the Saints, I like the Rams, I like the Packers, and the NFC. But out of those 4 teams, I mean, that's all that I really like. I mean, I don't think you're going to get consistency out of some of these other teams, you know? So don't be shocked if the Browns win tomorrow. Don't be shocked if the Browns – I'm not saying the Browns are going to make the AFC Championship game, but if they overachieve and they get there, it's going to be because of Baker Mayfield, the running game, and the defense, and with Odell not being in the lineup, because obviously the team is much better without Odell there. But I kind of like this Browns football team. You know, I like the running backs that they have. I love Chubb. I love Kareem Hunt. I like Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? They got a little bit more of a complete football team when Baker plays good. But that's the question. Can Baker play good football week in and week out? And the answer to that normally is no. But again, they are 9-3, and they might go 10-3 after they beat the Ravens tomorrow. So, yeah. Well, they need to be able to run the football and play defense, and I'm not sure if you're going to get that. You know, Lamar can show up, but they need to be able to run the football, stop the run. If they stop Chubb and Kareem Hunt, play good defense, you know. But I'm not sure if you're going to do that. I mean, Nick Chubb is top 5 running back in this league, and that's facts. 23-7. Ooh, big hit. First down, Steelers. But it shows you with no Bud Dupree, right? And obviously, you know, Devin Bush got injured earlier in the year, you know, the Michigan prospect at linebacker. But if you can't run the football, it doesn't matter if you have Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Juju, Big Ben, you know, James Conner. It's the same thing as like the Buccaneers. Tom Brady, Gronk, right? You have Mike Evans, Godwin, you know, you have Antonio Brown. But it doesn't matter if the O-line isn't playing good or you don't run the football with Rojo. Very similar. A lot of amazing players on the offense, but if your O-line isn't good and you can't run the football, you're not going to win games. And that's facts. You know what I mean? People seem to forget that, you know, the O-line is more important than the star wide receivers and the quarterback that you have out there. You need to be able to run block, pass block. You need to be able to make plays out there. That's facts. Yeah, Nagy's trash. Yeah, the Browns are going to go after him for sure. I'm excited, though. I mean, we'll see if the Ravens can, you know, step up. I mean, they're on the outside looking in. It's not like they're going to really do any damage in the playoffs if they get there this year, but it should show you what they need. You know, they need a better running back, better O-line, better defense. They need a lot, you know, to be able to get back to the point where they were the last couple years, especially on the defensive side of the ball and the O-line. You know, O-line specifically, they should be looking at drafting O-line and getting O-line people to come over, paying big money, you know, for the O-line. Holding, defense. All right, we hit the 50 likes. I like that. All right, baby. 19 more dollars to be able to get to 50. Let's try to get there. 10 more likes to 60. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. It's good for analytics. It's good for metrics. And obviously any kind of donations that we get, we can always give those back to the fans. $150 sewn NFL jerseys, hats, T-shirts, hoodies, NWSF, or stuff from the NFL shop. Support your boy. Support the brand. The Northwest Sports Fanatics. The best in the business. Shotgun set. Big Ben. Pump fake. Ooh, look at this slow-ass run. Incomplete. That was ugly. That was ugly. Yeah, the Steelers team is completely different. The confidence is gone. You lost to the Washington football team. You're about to lose again to the Buffalo Bills. You're probably going to lose to the Browns at the end of the year. You got a big game against the Colts that you'll probably lose to again. You know, after so many great things were going for the Steelers team, it's funny how you can be on top of the world and then hit rock bottom within a few weeks. Steelers, touchdown, Steelers.
For the touchdown, and Pittsburgh climbs a bit closer. 7th of the season for Juju.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
We'll go for 2.
We'll call this a natural pick, all right? I don't know what the difference is, but there you go. And so you just run into the guy who's in coverage inside.
I don't know if the Steelers or Tom Brady are either going to win. You know what I mean? The chances of Brady winning a Super Bowl this year or next year is slim to none. Steelers, I mean, they got a good football team, but, I mean, these injuries have killed them with Bud Dupree and James the Terminator Kana with COVID or little injuries there. I mean, the Steelers aren't winning it this year, neither are the Bucs, so I'll tell you that right now. And next year, I don't know if either one of those teams are going to win either. Eric Ebron, 2-point conversion is good. All right, they're back in it now. At least we have a game at this point. Nogola. Oh, both. Justin Herbert is the future, right? And after you get rid of Anthony Lynn, I mean, that's going to be a great destination to go for a coaching job. And the future is bright if you can get guys like Derwin James and the rest of the team healthy. And Keenan Allen is a Hall of Famer. You know, to me, he's one of the more underrated wide receivers, top 5, top 6 wide receiver in the league, doesn't drop balls, great route runner, the best route runner in football, never gets the credit he deserves. Everyone was sleeping on Herbert, you know, better than Tua, better than Burrow. Bottom line. So, I mean, if you're going to get a jersey, either one. I mean, Herbert's a guy that you can have, and he'll probably be there for 10 years or longer. Keenan Allen is a guy that hopefully he stays his whole career there as well, but those are the 2 best players that you got on the roster. So both of those were great. I said, is that Big Ben playing or Mason Rudolph? If Mason Rudolph's in the game, he's throwing like 8 interceptions, so it's not Mason Rudolph. I said, Juju got the best name in the NFL. Juju on the beat. Matt Nagy is garbage. Throw him in the trash. 10 more likes to 60. 19 more dollars to 50. We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. No, I don't miss Jameis. I absolutely do not. Anybody better than Jameis Winston, and that's big facts. Anybody better than him. Said keep Miles Garrett away from Mason's head. Jeremy Chin is a fumble machine in a good way. I love me some Jeremy Chin. Great player. Absolutely a great player. Yeah, you got some rebuilding to do. You know what I mean? You got some rebuilding to do, but, you know. It's a give-and-take league, you know what I mean? You take away a lot from the roster, you can't expect them to bounce back the next year. You know, it takes time. It takes time for them to be able to rebound, so. Yeah, I speak facts. You know, a lot of people, you know, they don't. I mean, I'm only going to call people out when they say crazy shit. You know what I mean? When you're like, if you're going to be like Nola and say that Mahomes is garbage or he's not a good player, you know what I mean? Or you're just going to be, you know, pro your team and that's it. Of course, I'm going to call people out like that. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I just speak the truth. You know what I mean? I speak the bottom truth, and that's why, you know, we got 20,000 subscribers and 3.2 million views and counting. You know, there's a reason why, because we don't have bias. You know, I call it how I see it. You know what I mean? I speak the facts. You know what I mean? And some people can handle it, some people can't. You know what I mean? It's just the bottom line. That's what it is. You know? Yeah. I mean, I think there's a chance that Lamar can get better. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people gave him too much credit last year. You know? It was more the running game and the O-line, and we're starting to see that. Right? But even to this day, people aren't saying it's the O-line or really Mark Ingram. It's either Lamar was great last year or Lamar sucks now. I mean, that's kind of the narrative, because you get these like short-minded people that only want to see, you know, what's in front of them. They don't want to dig deeper, you know, and that's why if you go here, you're going to get the deep answers, and that's facts. Yeah. Well, Browns were good past that. Jose, look up your history. You know, when they played the Denver Broncos and they had Bernie Kosar, you know, you look in the late 80s, you know, they actually had a pretty good football team past Jim Brown. All right, so before you become a keyboard warrior, all right, and spitting out facts like they haven't been good since Jim Brown, incorrect. Bernie Kosar, look up the stats, look up the numbers. They even went to an AFC championship game back then. The Madden cover curse. A little bit of a curse there. So you got people know. Smart. All right, here we go. We got a game now finally. 23-15 Bills. I'm not sure if the Steelers are going to come back. Let's see if they can stop the run. 2nd down and 1. 1st down, Bills. But I'll tell you what, Isaac, if you guys don't improve the O-line and improve the running back position and don't improve the defense, I mean, Lamar is going to keep struggling. You know what I mean? Because they have a year of tape on him. And after this year, they're going to have 2 years of tape on him. So they got better angles. They got better ways to stop him. All right, Lenny D. I don't believe the Lions are cursed. They just need better coaching. Oh, incomplete. Matt Patricia was not the answer. Caldwell was a better coach, but he was soft-spoken, so they got rid of the soft-spoken guy, and they went for the hard-ass, the dickhead, And Matt Patricia, the guy that didn't do shit my way, that shit didn't work. He already lost the locker room right away, right? But, Matthew Stafford's a pretty good quarterback. They never had a running back. Then you got finally Kerryon Johnson and DeAndre Swift, but they've been banged up here and there. Adrian Peterson's been pretty good, but there's no Megatron there, right? Hawkinson's been a little injured. The defense isn't good. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why the Lions lose, and you're in a tough division. You're playing against the Bears, the Vikings, and the Packers, and the Packers have owned that shit forever. So, tough division. Speak the facts. Hey, that's what happens when you Trey Holiday, when the Saints fans and the Saints team gets cocky, right? And they see a team, and then they just think that they're just going to blow the team out of the water because they're starting a Jalen Hurts, You got to be able to take every opponent seriously. You can't look past, anybody. You can't look. You guys were looking at the Chiefs game before looking at the Eagles game. That's what happened. You guys took them for granted. You saw them on paper. They're starting Jalen Hurts. We have the number 1 D. We're going to beat the shit out of them, and it didn't happen. I mean, you were looking a week ahead, and a lot of teams do that. That's a bad thing in sports, when sometimes that shit happens. You guys were looking 1 week ahead to the Chiefs, and that was going to be an L anyways, too. Ravens-Browns prediction? I don't know. That could be close. 24-20, Browns, something like that. Yeah, the betting in games is tough, especially in NFL. It's tough. Reldadonsky. Some truth to that. Some can take the L, some cannot. Some are crybabies, some are not. Some are intelligent, some are not. Some are homers, some are not. Some can see talent on other teams, some cannot. Some can take the L, some point the finger. That's facts. Yeah, it's the NFL. All kinds of upsets. 10 more likes to 60. $5 more to 36. We're almost there. We're getting there. Steelers, Bills, live, play-by-play, and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. Ooh, big hit. Can Notre Dame beat Clemson a second time? Probably not if Trevor Lawrence is QBing. But I do like Notre Dame's football team, but they usually choke in the big games, so I'm not sure if they can do it. Probably not, though. All right, let's go. 10 more likes to 60. $4 more to 35. Trying to get to 50 and 50. Let's go, baby. Right. But if you guys don't make the playoffs and get a higher draft pick, that might benefit your team long term. Getting a better offensive lineman in the draft instead of just getting to the playoffs and getting knocked out in the first round. Sometimes you got to take a step backwards and take 10 steps forward. Going deep. Incomplete. Flag on the play. It's a flag party. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You're trying to bring a dream team together, and you got Byron Leftwich calling plays, and, you got Todd Bowles on the DC, and the D-line isn't getting sack lunches like they should, and they're underachieving. They're not handing the ball off to Rojo as much. I mean, it happens, But still, we're better than we were when we had Jameis Winston. I mean, that's facts. So, and we might win 11 games this season. So even though that we've lost some tough games, you know, it's like we lost to what? The Saints twice, the Rams once, the Bears once. I mean, it's okay. I mean, sometimes you lose football games.
The other way. You're starting to defend from that hash mark out. But even on the move to the right, he can throw it pretty much anywhere on the field.
All right, baby.
And that time,
23-15. We're in the fourth quarter. Handoff. Ooh, big hit. Zach Moss, sit down. 9 minutes left. Yeah, the Bucs could overachieve and get to the NFC title game. I mean, if that happens, I mean, a lot of other shit would have to happen. You know, either Packers have a bad game or, you know, the Saints or the Rams maybe lose. I mean, we just got to see. Anything can happen. I'm not sure if we can get there, but, I mean, it's possible. We have the talent more than the Seahawks or the Cardinals. You know, Washington football team's got a good run game and a good defense. But, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, team-wise, Saints, Rams, Packers, Bucs should be the best four teams in the NFC, but we've kind of underachieved, you know, but maybe we can turn it around. But if we go on a 4-game win streak and then go to the playoffs hot, you know, maybe that could be the difference, you know, getting hot at the right time in December and, you know, feeding off that momentum. So. Yeah. Well, it just depends on if you can be a good play caller. You know what I mean? You could say that same for the Chiefs, but they make it work there, right? Tyreek the free kill, right? Travis Kelce's a tight end / wide receiver. I mean, he's athletic. You could put him wide if you needed to, right? Demarcus Robinson, you got Sammy Watkins, right? McCole Hardman. They got a shitload of people too, right? They're all athletes. It's just that Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady and knows how to get him the football. So Orion, what's your monitor? What do you mean? What do I use for what do I use for streaming? I got an iMac. Expensive one. That was part of the Jordan rookie swap that I had to be able to make the change. Yeah, you could probably say that, Isaac. The Chiefs have better coaching though, better consistency. All right, fourth quarter, 2nd and goal. Shotgun set, Josh Allen rolling to his right, pump fake, looking to his left, throwing it in the dirt. Muzz Perp in the building, what to do? Yeah, Apple is expensive. My iMac, my computer that I have that I do the streaming on, it's as big as a fucking TV. It's huge. I don't know how big it is. 25, 30 inches or something. I don't know. It's huge, though. It was like $3,000. $3,000, 3,500, something like that. Speakers, 1,000. Microphones, 1,000. I mean, like I said, I spent over 5,000 for the setup, you know, to be able to take the channel to the next level. All the blood, the sweat, the tears. You got to pay for it, absolutely. Josh Allen stepping up in the pocket, rolling to his right. Pump fake, pump fake. Incomplete. Flag on the play. I know, that's what I keep telling people, Isaac. You know what I mean? These people, some of them, they just don't want to hear it, though. You know? Hey, you know, some people don't want to hear it, you know, but I could really see it happening. Him going down in history as the best ever, you know, and that Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, you know, Brady, you know, Drew Brees, all the greats, you know, all of them lined up in Mount Rushmore, and I think he could end up being the best. I think he could have the most titles and the most yards, the most touchdowns. I mean, I think he could have almost all the accolades if he doesn't get hurt, if he can stay injury-free, you know, and they can keep rebuilding the position, you know, get a replacement for Travis Kelce, keep building the defense, you know, keeping the coaching pretty intact. You know, I haven't seen a talented player like this ever. And the talent is just through the roof. The potential is just through the roof. Some people can see it, and some people are fucking stupid, and they can't. So, you know. Tyreek or Dion? Dion. I mean, Tyreek is great, but Dion is the best corner of all time. I mean, I'm a guy that I've been watching football since the 80s. So, I mean, I watched him at Florida State, watched him at Atlanta, watched him on the Niners. That's the best Dion of all time. Dion in 94. Helped the Niners win. Right, with Steve Young and Jerry Rice, and then obviously you saw him on the Cowboys in 95, won another Super Bowl there with Aikman, Emmett, and Michael Irvin. And it's good. Field goal is good. Taysom Hill long-term future? I think so. You know what I mean? Obviously, everyone wants to do overreaction Monday. Everyone wants to overreact when a team wins and when a team loses, right? Yeah, Taysom Hill fumbles, right? But if you would have made both your field goals with who? Big Nuts Will Lutz, you lost by 3. You would have won by 3, right? If you would have played better defense and stopped Miles Sanders, you would have won. So it is what it is. People love to blame the quarterback, but it's not Jameis Winston, and Drew Brees is old as shit, so... Aria in the building. What to do? I'm doing good. 9 more likes to 60. $19 more to 50. Let's try to get there. 8 more likes to 60. $19 more to 50. 26-15 Bills. Taysom Hill's the white Lamar Jackson. Well, I think Taysom was a little bit better, with running the football. I mean, obviously the offensive line is nowhere near what the Ravens have. I mean, if the Ravens had the Saints O-line, then Lamar would probably be doing a little bit more running around like he did last season. So offensive line is key, you know what I mean? But Taysom, can play running back, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, special teams. I don't know if Lamar could play special teams. You know what I mean? Lamar could do a few things, but Taysom Hill's body size, I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife, But O-line is really a key. You got to have an O-line. So who do you want to host the NFL Honors this year, or do you want Steve Harvey? I don't know. Steve Harvey's okay. He said, living the American dream. I mean, Chinese food and watching football. America. I don't think so. Baker's a bust. I mean, if you're 9-3 and you're going to win tomorrow, more than likely be 10-3, possibly go 13-3, maybe have a run to go to the AFC Championship game or make a run in the playoffs. I mean, he hasn't really been that good before, but they didn't really have consistency in the running game, right? Or a good coach or a good O-line, and they finally have that. You got Chubb, you got Kareem Hunt, you got Jack Conklin from the Titans, you picked Jedrick Wills Jr. from Bama in the draft, so you solidified the O-line, you got rid of the coach, you got Stefanski to come in, the defense has played pretty good. So, I mean, if you have good coaching and you got all that in there,
Their loss came out of the conference. That can be the tiebreaker since these two teams didn't play head-to-head. You look at the remaining...
Oh, I'll still be able to see it, bro. I'm going to keep grinding. You know what I mean? It all depends if YouTube, promotes the videos or recommends the videos, and... if they do, they do. But I always will try to get to the comments. I'll roast the same people that I need to roast every show. You know what I mean? If they say dumb shit, then I'm going to roast them, right? You know what I mean? I'll speak the facts. People want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. That's what I do. Ooh, big hurdle. I don't know. The Chiefs are always impressive, you know what I mean? But I'm not that shocked by it. They got the best player in the game. You know what I mean? The Rams have impressed me this season. I already knew that they would be good. I already called the Buffalo Bill winning the division, so that doesn't surprise me, right? Cleveland has impressed me this season. I knew Pittsburgh was going to be good. Tennessee and the Colts are good. I already predicted that. KC, I already knew that was going to be good. Washington football team is looking good at the right time. Green Bay, I already knew that was going to happen. Saints and Tampa Bay were pretty good this season. Like I said, the Cardinals, Seahawks, and Rams, I already thought that all 3 of those could be playoff teams. So, but probably the Browns and the Rams, you know what I mean, specifically, because a lot of people doubted the Rams and didn't think that they would be that good. And I said that I thought they could be a good football team. And the Browns are probably the most surprising, because I don't know if anyone thought they'd be 9-3 at this point. But when you address the problems correctly and you have a coach that you believe in and you play hard for him, anything's possible. All right, baby. 8 more likes to 60. Let's try to get to 50. $19 more to 50. Yeah, OBJ, I don't think he's that good of a player. I mean, some people love him, but not a top 10 wide receiver anymore. You know what I mean? I pray for a healthy recovery, for him, but I wouldn't want him on my team. Seems like he's a little bit too much of a me player. too much about social media instead of actually trying to play hard every play and sacrifice for the team. I don't know him personally, so obviously I know he tries hard. He's athletic, you know what I mean? But I could think of about probably 12 other wide receivers I'd rather have than him. And if he can't stay healthy on the field, that's not doing anybody any good either. Shotgun set. Big Ben going long, going deep. Intercepted. Levi Wallace, let's go. There we go. Big interception by the Buffalo Bills. Let's go. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills live, play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or a GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Buy a hoodie, cop one, support your boy, $39.99 NWSF hoodies, black, white drawstrings. They look like new World Order for Life Brother. Cop one for a gift, either now or right before the holidays. Please do. Rep the brand. The NWSF. This one's almost over. 26-15. Bills. Not surprised. 7:57 left. 26-15. Shows you, man. You lose guys like Bud Dupree. James Conner isn't the same. Pittsburgh was undefeated, and now they're on going to be a 2-game losing streak. And like I said, they'll get back to business. I think next week against the Bengals, but then they got the Colts. So there's going to be a few games, and they got the Browns at the end of the year. So there could be a very possible kind of a losing streak for Pittsburgh. And it's crazy to go from one of the best in the league to possibly a pretender in the AFC.
This holiday at T-Mobile, it's not about how far.
Trailblazers, Blazers should be pretty good this season. Greatest Buccaneer of all time. I mean, I'm a Derrick Brooks guy. I got the jersey on right now, early 2000s. I mean, they've had a lot of guys over the years, Vinny Testaverde, James Wilder. You had a lot of guys on the offense, Hardy Nickerson. I'm a Derrick Brooks guy. I'm a Warren Sapp guy. I'm a John Lynch guy. I'm a Rondé Barber guy. I'm a Mike Allstott guy. But I would say, probably Derrick Brooks, Warren Sapp, Mike Allstott. Rondé Barber and John Lynch are great. Simeon Rice is great. But, I mean, if you really look at the guys that were great, Sapp, Brooks, and Allstott, if we didn't have those guys, I mean, there's no Super Bowl. I mean, but to me, I mean, I like Derrick Brooks. I mean, I think he might be the best outside linebacker of all time. I mean, he was great on and off the field. Mike Allstott for a hybrid fullback, halfback was great. Warren Sapp was the best D tackle until Aaron Donald came along. So that's me. Those are my top 3. Leroy Selman was great too. Absolutely. Worse, the 2020 Jets, 2008 Lions, or 2017 Browns. Ooh, I don't know. All were bad. You can tell the Jets are purposely trying to get Trevor Lawrence, though. I'm not sure if the other teams were really tanking for someone specific. Yeah, probably 2008 Lions, probably. Like Trey says, that might be one of the top dogs. Oh, Bill's dancing out there.
Celebrating without the fans in attendance as they come up with the second.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Oh boy, wants to get fired. 26-15, things unraveling for the Steelers. Steeler fans don't want to hear it, but I don't know if they're a Super Bowl contender. I mean, it's just like the Bills and the Titans and the Colts and the Browns. All these teams could make the AFC Championship game, but if you play the Chiefs, you're not winning. So, I mean, I'm not really sure if you want to say contender. Josh Allen, shake and bake, keep running. Stiff arm, first down, Bills. I am very thankful that we have football this year. It really makes it fun and exciting. You know what I mean? Everyone can have their own personal shit talking and their point of view holding on Buffalo. Bring it back. But I mean, definitely in a COVID year, we needed NFL more than anything. I mean, NBA to me is kind of trash. It's boring. I mean, obviously now with like LaMelo Ball playing, KD on Brooklyn. I mean, there's going to be some intrigue to watch a little NBA. I mean, I'll watch MLB. I got to see, the Dodgers win the pennant for my dad, which was great. College football is great, but this year with COVID, it kind of fucked everything up schedule-wise, so it doesn't have the same kind of passion and energy without being able to go to the games this season. I'm usually at Autzen going to games for Oregon, so it's not really the same. But, I mean, as far as wrestling is concerned, I mean, WWE is some trash. I love AEW. So I love AEW Dynamite. I'm always going to rock them. So, I mean, besides the NFL and AEW, I mean, those are my bright spots, you know, as far as, like, football and wrestling, you know, for this year in 2020. The Cleveland baseball team. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Diggs, Keenan Allen, Hopkins, Devontae Adams. That's some nice wide receivers right there. I don't like soccer, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't like soccer. I mean, there's like Messi and Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic and all these other guys out there. Too boring for me. I'm not into it. You know, I mean, I'll watch wrestling. I'll watch NFL, college football. You know, if the Dodgers are on for my dad, I'll watch that. You know, Blazers are on for Dame Dalla. But, I mean, I don't know. Some things are exciting for me and some things are just a watch, you know. Basketball for me is just a watch, you know what I mean? A lot of these things are just not, they don't get me excited. Like, I don't get excited watching a lot of things out there besides NFL or AEW, personally. Michael Thomas ain't the best wideout anymore, though. He was last year, but there's guys that are playing better. Devontae Adams has played great this year. Tyreek has played great. You know, Julio slid down a little bit. Michael Thomas slid down a little bit, being injured. You know, there's other guys that have kind of taken over. I mean, Hopkins is up there. Devontae Adams is up there. Tyreek is up there. Mike Evans has had a pretty good year. Keenan Allen's had a pretty good year. Yeah, they should just kick his ass to the curb. Odell's trash. Give him the boot. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or a GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at NW Sports Fanatics. So Browns fans have left the building. I don't know. I just think it's funny when teams win and teams lose, how everyone gets so fucking upset. It's like, man, you didn't play in the game. I mean, everyone's got their fandom and wants their teams to win. But you can definitely tell someone's character based on how they react to losses. Pointing the finger at everyone else besides their team, you can kind of tell how things are. Tighten up in the building. What to do? Big win today, my guy. Against a bad football team and the Jags, but you know what? We'll have to see if you can keep riding that momentum with King Henry.
The tight end here knows if that last guy comes, I can't block two of them, so you just sneak out and there's nobody left.
Well, the Vikings weren't really a playoff team, so obviously if you're on a team that, you know, is winning and they're on TV, you know, everyone knew that Diggs was good. Everyone knows Thielen's good. Everyone knows Jefferson is good. So I don't think so, Jose. I mean, you might have that perception, you know what I mean? But everyone knew how great Diggs and Thielen were together. They were a great combo. You know, at one point they were considered probably one of the best duos at wide receiver in the league. So I don't really think that, you know. Obviously, the Bills are winning football games. They got a better record than the Vikings, you know. Right? Yeah, but what was your record, though? Are you going to have a better record than the Bills this year? Probably not. You know, Josh Allen is a little bit better of a quarterback than Kirk Cousins, you know. NFC is definitely harder to get to, you know, to get to the NFC Championship game. The Bills have been building their team the last couple years. I mean, they've been getting better and better each year, you know, and after this year, this is going to be the first year after this year where they're going to probably keep winning the AFC East. I mean, they got a good defense. They got good coaching. They don't have a good running back core, right? That's the problem there with their running backs. Could be better on the offensive line. You know, defense could improve a little bit. They've had some holes there, but it's not just Diggs, though. I mean, Diggs and him, they have a good rapport. Obviously, if you have, you know, 100 receptions and he's got the most in the league, I mean, that's saying something. I mean, if he didn't have that kind of chemistry, they wouldn't be 9-3, about to be 10-3.
Pittsburgh Steelers, right? You get a lead,
26-15. 6 more likes to 60. Let's try to get $4 more to 35. 100,000 hours dedicated to the channel. 1,000 videos in the library. Over 20,000 subscribers and growing. Support your boy, the hardest working YouTuber on planet Earth, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Your boy's got a full-time job too. So remember, this shit is not easy. All right? Putting in that time, putting in that grind, not getting anything, compensation for reaction videos. So I try to do as many of those as I can as well. So any kind of donations, that we get in, it really helps. Show some love for your boy. And a lot of that money can go back to different prizes that I can give out as well. And that's big facts. 5 more likes to 60. $4 more to 35. Man in motion. 2nd down and 4. Handoff, trying to bleed the clock out. Close to the 1st down marker. And I can't wait for the Browns and Ravens tomorrow. I was hoping this game would be a little bit higher scoring, but it shows you when Pittsburgh has injuries and they can't run the football effectively. You can't count on Big Ben to be able to take this team to the Super Bowl and win. Shit, with this football team now, you might not even make the AFC Championship game. You might have gotten your spot stolen from the Bills, the Colts, a couple other teams, maybe even the Browns. There's a few teams that might have stole that spot from you. That's pretty sad when you start off the season like 10-0, 11-0, and then you start dropping all these games now. Not a good look. Not a good look. Yeah, they're mentally fucked. You lost to Washington. I knew you were going to lose that game. I predicted that. I had the Bills winning this game, and like I said, losing Bud Dupree, you can't replace that player. That's like replacing a TJ Watt. You can't do it. Minka Fitzpatrick, you can't do it. Cameron Hayward can't do it, but especially Bud Dupree, stopping the run game. I mean, he was very instrumental this season. I will only do that if he subscribes to me. All right, I'm grinding right now. All right. I know he's got a YouTube channel. He's got plenty of fame and plenty of money. Your boy is grinding to get to that point. All right. He's subscribed to me first. 2-minute warning. 26-15 Bills. Hopefully tomorrow's game has a little bit more scoring. Yeah, Kirk Cousins ain't too bad. I got him in fantasy. I got him on my team with Ryan Tannehill and Kyler Murray because I had Kyler Murray almost the whole year, but until the last couple weeks, he started getting kind of banged up, and I couldn't trust him, So I have to have different options. I'm probably going to lose in fantasy football. I mean, it's a 2-week playoff. I'm playing the number 1 team. They got Mahomes and Dalvin Cook, so obviously I'm at a huge disadvantage being the 4 seed. But starting off, the way that I did, let's see. So I need a huge game from Chubb tomorrow, like a 30-point game. So if I can get like a 30-point game out of Chubb tomorrow, I'm going to win. But I didn't really leave a whole lot on the bench either. I just didn't get enough from Koo or Gallman or Logan Thomas. Corey Davis shit the bed. But A.J. Brown got me 18. Tannehill got me 20. Yeah, but I need Nick Chubb to have a career day, like a Derrick Henry kind of day. So yeah, I had Mike Davis in fantasy for a few weeks after CMC went down. There you go. Green Bay, Nolans, and Green Bay beat Nolans head-to-head. Rams 9-4, Washington, and you see the wild card spots. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the playoffs this year. God bless football. The best fans on planet Earth, the Fanatic family, you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. Appreciate you guys. Very, very much. The best fans on planet Earth, the Fanatic family. Even some of the crazy ones. First down, Bills. That looks like it might be the dub right there. I'll tell you what, your boy LaMelo Ball is fun to watch. LaMelo's fun. You know what I mean? He's going to be one of those guys where it's going to bring basketball, card collecting back into light. When Bronny starts going into the league as well, LeBron's son, everyone's going to start buying basketball cards. I mean, the basketball card, football card, baseball card game is starting to get back, into popularity again. But, yeah, LaMelo is must-see TV for NBA. I don't know about anybody else, though. Great win for the Bills. First down, Buffalo. Great win for the Bills. Agreed.
So as soon as we are done, it will be the Volkswagen post-game report. Catherine will interview the star.
Yeah, LiAngelo got no game, though. I mean, we know Lonzo and LaMelo got game, but LaMelo has a chance to be like Steph Curry. He's got a chance to be kind of like Trey. You know, there's some possibilities there. A little Trey Young, a little Steph Curry. Very flashy, a lot of behind-the-back passes. Yeah, because Derrick Henry's a beast, man. He always heats up in December. I mean, he's unstoppable. He's built like a linebacker. I mean, that's facts. I mean, he's one of those guys that's just unstoppable. Unless you have a really good D coordinator. Are you still crying about your loss to the Buccaneers? Come on, Jose. You said that they were going to beat the Buccaneers. What happened? Right? What happened? I told you you're going to lose. All right? Not good enough. Pretty good football team, but not good enough.
The Buffalo Bills are this close to their first AFC East title in 25 years. Last did it in 1995.
Final score, Buffalo Bills 26, Pittsburgh Steelers 15. Hope you guys had a fun time in the chat. I did, roasting people. It's what I got to do when people are crazy. We got a great matchup tomorrow with the Browns and the Ravens. So hop in the room after I get off work. You know, working an 8 to 10 hour day. I'll be in the room. I'll be dialing it up, and we're going to have a fun time. And hopefully that game has a little bit more scoring in it as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, a great Monday at work or school or wherever you're going to be at, and I'll be back very, very soon. We got final score, Bills 26, Steelers 15, and I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Peace. See you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Football, Ravens and the Browns.